Hello, you're listening to the 100th ever episode of Chismes and Menudo. He is
Ricardo, and she is
Adriana, and we are
celebrating 100 episodes in 2.5 years.
Ricky, you're supposed to push the fucking button. Look at you.
What is that? Let me get this off real quick.
He already messed it up.
You've been messing it up.
I saved your ass and you know it.
I'm going to point this right at you. Am I even on camera? I feel like I'm not in the angle. All right, cool.
This is a big change.
Do you want me to? Do I do it now?
What? Yes. Shake it.
No, I'm not shaking it. God. I'm not going to make a mess.
Okay. Let's
Now I'll make a mess.
celebrate. Oh my God, guys. 100 episodes in.
Hey,
It's insane.
how you feeling?
It's insane.
Oh, actually, let's go ahead and introduce the people to Carlos.
Finally.
Well, he's been on a couple episodes.
But they were just audio.
Were they?
Yeah.
No video?
We actually did a whole episode with Los.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, we sure did.
But it was only audio. That's why you were okay with
Yeah.
doing it, because it was just audio at the time.
And it's not like a being on camera thing.
Yeah.
It's more so I'm a lab rat. That's really what it comes down to.
Even if you don't drink it, you can take a sip, but you have
No. I'm about to get my 60-day chip, Adriana. No.
Ricky, shut the fuck up.
No.
Now I can't. Damn. Now I can't.
No,
You're such a liar.
I respect it though. I respect it.
No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to
I'll
AA.
show you my 30-day chip.
I want to see it right now
It's
before
over there.
I
I got all
going.
this stuff on
No,
me.
I'm not. I refuse.
Sucks. How was your day, Carlos?
You can't just keep going without me.
And that's the truth. With some cheese on it.
I just need it for the picture.
We need that sample. We need Terry Crews saying, and that's the truth, with some cheese on it. That's from the longest yard.
I need baby back bitch on there for
Baby
sure.
back bitch.
That's what I call
Baby
Ricky.
back bitch.
That this is a little insider tea. That's his name on my contacts. So when he calls me, it's just
Is it?
when he calls me, it shows baby back bitch.
Is it really? That's so fucked up. You know what I have you as?
Here we go. Here we go.
What?
Best sister?
Whatever, you fucking liar. He actually has a picture of me.
Well, it's not the photo that you said. What photo do you have of me?
A very flattering one, actually.
I think it might be a photo of both of us, like a nice photo of both of us.
Yes, asshole. Okay, we're celebrating 100 episodes of our podcast, Chismes And Menudo podcast.
What episode did we get Carlos?
I am
Third, I think.
No, not that early.
I'm back like in the 2030s. 2030s, I think.
Nah, dude, I don't think
40?
so.
It has to be like
Later? It had not.
No,
there's
I'm
no
thinking
way
it might
it's
have been 5.
later. When was that picture taken? He was there with us for fucking
that was in this
podcast
apartment,
fest.
Adriana.
Yeah, I was there, but
Yeah, how long have you been in this apartment?
21. Since 21.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
It's about
since
to be 2 years
2021.
with us.
I thought you meant since episode 21.
No.
I was like,
I don't.
man, that's very
We've been here.
So I guess at 52?
We've been here since May of 2021 at this apartment. And that photo was taken way after we even started doing anything. Because remember, we used to have the computer right here. Because I still have a video of us
I
recording.
would come and edit right here.
Yeah.
I used to come and edit here because I had a little shitty.
Eat the mic lows. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And I couldn't run.
Eat the mic
I
low.
couldn't run anything over like.
There you go.
How much? Like anything.
I
over
remember
20 minutes.
I would send you the files and
my shit would
that shit would
crash.
crash.
Yeah, dude. Oh my
It would say,
Hence why you would come in
Crash.
edit with Rick.
yes.
Crazy.
But it was fun. My girl. I think I told.
Did you start dating your girlfriend?
When I was at the halfway house.
So before?
Well, no. I didn't start. I'm lying. I started talking to her when I was at the halfway house. We didn't start dating till the following year, which was like 5 months. 4. It was from like September, January, February.
Were we already working with you when you got with her?
I think
It was
y'all
like 5
were.
months. Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were. We were
And
getting
you-
together. No. I was already.
Because damn, our
I was
podcast.
in the courting phase of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
So
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I
So
was in the
yeah.
courting phase. We weren't together, but I was definitely.
Because you got out
Recording.
September of 2020,
Yeah.
right? Then you were in the halfway house, and then so it should have been like around 21 because we started.
Y'all were living over there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we started October of 2020, and we were still living at Jessica's at the time. We
The
got
dates
out.
are gonna be off because of the long break that we took.
Yeah, we took a bunch of
Just
breaks.
right off the top. Yeah.
But I'm just from my memory is I can remember the months, which was October 2020 we started. Probably like around January of 2021 is when Los came in. Because we had taken that break. I think we took a break because didn't you give birth?
I think that might have only been like a week.
No, we took a long time off, dude.
Really?
Yeah, because you gave
I
birth.
only remember the
She was
big
pregnant after I got
break.
out?
You were pregnant in
Twice.
2020.
Wait, what?
And then 2021.
You've popped babies out since I've been out.
2.
Two, dude. How the fuck do you not know that?
You know she has two toddlers, right?
I
Like
have two
a 3-year-old and a
toddlers.
2-year-old.
Those. No, you know what? It's my fault because like
You shelter them from the
I
world.
don't post them. I
No,
used
no,
to
no, no,
post
no.
them all the
But
time.
here's the thing, like I love that. I love when people are like that. Like
I used to
don't wanna
post them
see-
all the
I don't wanna
time.
see you
We
walking
had our
your
own
dog.
like little
I don't wanna
family
see you
chat.
doing everything.
I don't want to.
I
I'm not interested in your
I'm not a
fucking
fan of that
life.
shit. I'm a fan
Yeah.
of dope shit. Like
Yeah.
like if you're on the, I'm a fan of the internet days when you only hopped on the internet to go look at weird or dope shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And so like I still use it like that.
You know
And
what
for
it is?
information,
Like
you know what
I just don't want anybody to like I don't know how I got that way because I used to post them a lot.
Yeah. You had like almost a whole like you were trying to do
Yeah.
like a family channel.
I don't know.
fucking
I don't
hate-
know where I
I
was
hate
like,
those
you know
family
what?
channels, dude.
Like,
Oh, dude. Okay, so I went down this rabbit hole. There's this family called the Hart family. Have y'all ever heard of them?
no.
It's fucked up. I first learned about
Oh, see,
them.
I don't want to
What
hear
is the
about
heart-
it,
the
dude.
heart
Yeah.
family?
So
It's this so it's like this like sub community of YouTube where they just like record, but this is a prayer one, right?
No. So what it sorry to shut you down. But okay, so like the way that I heard about this was through Donald Glover's show Atlanta. He did like a season where it was a couple episodes that were like anthology, so they had nothing to do with like the main storyline. They were just their own stories. And there was this one story that he,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Wait, no, I know the format because I was I don't watch it, but that's when I started watching.
Yeah, dude, it's a good.
I'm the worst, bro.
It's a great fucking show. So like the second season or the second episode of like the third season, just a random ass story about this kid that gets in trouble at school. So then the mom ends up kicking him out. But I'm telling, when I say kid, I mean he's like 9 years old. And then he gets picked up by this lesbian couple who had a bunch of other kids.
Fuck.
Yeah,
What
it's
show is this?
Atlanta. You can look it up.
I'm not gonna look that up. I know what it is. I know which one it is. I know it's on Hulu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should watch it. It's great.
Is it really?
So then they get picked up by this white family. Like the kid gets picked up by a white family who it's two lesbians and they have other kids, like other black kids that they fostered. And then it just goes through this whole ordeal. Like the kid isn't happy. Like they're not really feeding them as much.
I don't want to listen to this.
It's really bad in the show. Like it ends, and then he ends. Spoiler alert: he ends up saving the kids, and then just going back home. There's a lot of really funny stuff, but it's funny because it's just like, what the fuck. I end up finding out, like I watched that like 2 years ago. I end up finding out that shit was based on the real family. It's based on the Hart family. It's these two lesbians that adopted a bunch of black kids in
This is
South
a real
Dakota.
family?
This is a real thing. Look up the Hart family and you'll find it.
Are they fucked up?
Yeah, they're fucked up because this was like 2014, 15. So they were one of the first families on Instagram that was like, look at our happy family. And everybody was like, oh my God, these two lesbians adopted all these black kids and they have opportunity and they have like a better opportunity for life.
The new Angelina Jolie or some shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, the YouTube Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Look, that's them. You look up the Hart family and the first thing that comes up is Twisted Secrets of the Hart family.
Oh, I don't want to see that. Oh.
The reason that it's
I'm not
twisted is
gonna see
because
that.
if you go into it, it turns out to be that all the videos that they were posting, they were forcing the kids to do it. They were making them like, hey, look fucking happy because we're making money off of this shit.
There was another case of there was actually a lot of YouTubers that they cracked down on that were doing that.
That's why I stopped doing it, because it started to be like, oh.
I think I remember when you echoed that sentiment of like,
at the podcast fest.
I remember,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked up because they end up. What the family actually ends up doing is they pack up the kids into like the van, right? Like to the family's Subaru, because of lesbians. So they get them into the Subaru, and then they end up whatchamacallit. I can't remember if they do or they don't write a note, but they end up driving it off a cliff with all the kids in it.
And they all died? Mm-hmm. They did?
And then everybody was like, oh my God, this is such a tragedy. Like, this family was so happy. This is such a horrible accident. And then cops started digging into it and started digging up like police reports that had been filed, complaints from CPS, like all this crazy shit. And then it ended up being that the women killed themselves and the kids.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you lying?
I'm not lying.
Oh, I don't. Why? This is our 100th episode, and you're gonna bring up some dark ass shit like that.
This is what happens when we don't really have a guest.
We're literally just shooting shit.
Yeah, dude.
Like, hey.
But I don't.
I wish I would have said that story and then popped the bottle. Hold on, let me say it again. So they pack him into the Subaru, and then they drive it off a cliff.
All I got from that entire monologue is that lesbians drive Subarus. No.
Nothing about the dick.
Stop.
I'm sorry, Adriana. Yo, so
I'm a mom.
I'm attempting to be I'm a fan. So I always bring this up. I'm a fan of when people disagreed with each other and then walked away from each other. I think today, I say this because today I actually like locked myself in the bathroom at work and started writing a bit. No.
What? Know when you're gonna get inspired.
Yeah, I got inspired, man. Just being in the mist, and then I was like, because life is short, man.
Oh yeah, it sure is. We're all very lucky that we didn't end up getting adopted by some lesbians.
Oh my God!
And driven off a cliff.
Get out of here.
Hey, but
I'm gonna take that thing away from you.
No, but look, this is the thing though. Like in all honesty, moving forward, like we need the sound effects. Like that's.
I really hope that one's coming across.
But it's okay. I'll comp it because it's easy when it's just one file and I don't have to look through vocals. Because it's just like, I can see where it's lacking.
Yeah.
But hey, this has been really fun. Like,
I need to have tissues nearby. I'm sorry.
First of all, editing this podcast, since we are on the 100th episode.
Yeah, tell us what you're like.
All right. Or better yet, like we'll do a quick little segment for all the audio cats out there, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are doing their own thing.
Tell everybody the secrets, the tea. We're not gatekeeping bitches here.
Right away, I'm gonna just give game to people that are like. It kind of reminds me of like when we did the podcast fest, and there's people that are. It makes me forget like there's other people doing their thing too, and obviously knowledge is priceless. I spend a lot of time on YouTube and
so you would recommend YouTube?
Learning. Yeah, I recommend Google, YouTube, and anything you want to do, just look it up. And it's avoid subscriptions. You can because they'll get you. But if you can, like, dolls are very inexpensive now. Like, you can get a doll, which is a program, and you can get like you can really do it. Like, so I was about to sit here and start going down like vocal chains and stuff like that, but I'm like, wait, that's a whole
Different thing.
That's too much.
Carlos.
But long story short, look, everything you want to learn, it's online, and I recommend you go and learn.
And he is
audio,
also
whether it's videography, whether
he's gonna do classes, and you can pay him
You know,
to
in like
teach you.
that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like in a couple years,
that wouldn't,
Dude,
but
you know,
I'll
literally what
probably-
you can make money off of, you go, somebody says they want to do a podcast. Okay, I'll hook it all up for you. 10 grand.
No.
that's a lot.
That is a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
Look, guys. My passion is music, so that's everything else is.
Yeah,
like,
he is
at the end of the day, I tell people
A
like
good
if there's something
rapper.
you know how sometimes you get that itch to drink, you get that itch to smoke, or you get that itch the anxiety to do something sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if you can turn that itch into whatever it is that you feel some type of passion for. So instead of like if your go-to is having a drink or go-to having a smoke or go-to having just going and kicking it with like, man, like, cause I remember being young and being like, man, I got to do something. Like I can't just be at home, you know, that antsy feeling. If you learn to fill it with something you love to do, man, you're always gonna be good. Like it's like, I'm not the most religious person, but like when they say if you're thirsty, just read the word. I mean, I know, right? But it's the same concept. But with if you're thirsty, just do something you love, and you know you'll be full forever. Like at the end of the day, because shoot, it's like you're not working.
Hell yeah. I'm trying not to work.
I'm trying not to work, but
Yeah,
it is
dude,
work.
try
It is
not
work
to
though.
work.
Like
No, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
Like
It is.
You go home, get off work. Sometimes you're editing from 6 to 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. and it's multiple things. So
Yeah.
it is.
And then
it is,
especially if you have like other life things going on.
yeah,
It's,
like it's different when you're just doing it out of your own. Like you're like, I'm making time because this is what I want to pursue and this is what I want to build my brand off of, or this and that.
Yeah, and we're all doing like different facets of it because you're doing music, so you're working like part time, and then also like every day you're going home, you're putting in 6 to like 8 hours just like
Literally.
on this
Knocking
fucking
it
thing
out,
right
yeah.
here on this fucking Akai.
I'm just sitting there from the minute I get off to
dude,
about-
when I first saw you do that, like just start going off on it,
just sit
I was like,
what's going on here?
I've never seen that ever. Like I've never looked it up on YouTube or anything.
You should. It's interesting.
It is.
Well, that's all right. So
And then I managed
that's a whole nother topic.
an artist, and I watch him like do a bunch of stuff, and it's crazy.
It's crazy because there's like it's all you need is a laptop. Like all you need is a laptop. Granted, like I grew up beatboxing and freestyling and being like hanging around a lot of musicians, and I like banging on the drums. When I was in prison, I would hop on the drums whenever I can, hop on the keys whenever I can. But I always like the physical aspect of it. Like, and I think one thing about mixing vocals for that's pretty much how I learned, guys. I learned tackle one thing at a time. My head, I was like, I'm gonna learn how to mix vocals because I want to be able to do my own stuff and mix my own vocals. And eventually, like when I tried, because before that I tried to get into beat making, and I made a couple cool beats, but like it really didn't click for me until I learned the mixing process. And then beat making was like, oh, it's the same thing, just for individual sounds. Do you get what I'm saying? And then it was like, oh, I understand it now. And then I was able to come back to it. But like if I had tried to do it from the get-go, I probably would have gotten frustrated and just walked away. But since I said, no, I'm going to start with one skill. I'm going to learn how to mix vocals. And then that's triggered a little like path of learning different things, because once you reach that, then you're learning all the tools to do that. To put out a product, it's going to lead to all the other tools to do the same thing in terms of more musical elements.
But you're not just making music. Like you also do another facet.
Well, now I'm getting more into video. I want to get heavily into essentially creating my brand, which is going to be just dope shit. I want to showcase dope shit, but the art, just take it back to the art. I don't care too much for the faces. Like if I'm being honest, I love cinema, so I love cinematic views and stuff like that, and so people should be seeing more of that pretty soon. But
we're adding, like, obviously he's our producer, so like we now that you are ready,
yeah, because
now we can like put it on all our stuff.
That's another thing. Like people, I was always very.
So you may have noticed his logo
Yeah, now
Today.
you're gonna be seeing my logo more.
It's on
Oh,
this
yeah.
And
episode.
you're gonna see my logo on everything.
yeah,
and you're gonna
on
see
all our stuff, it's gonna be on there.
you're gonna see a lot
Tatted
of
on my back.
you're gonna see a lot of content coming out off of that page. My mission is just to do my thing, make my music, make and do on a schedule basis or whatever, but try to format it into my own personal taste and showcase dope shit. I really want to work with like kind of like how I mentioned to you other artists in the area and whatnot, and I have some ideas, and I'm hoping to run it by them and whatnot, but I think it's gonna be beneficial when they see what I'm bringing to the table, just because a lot of it was sitting, like being elaborate again and working on the craft, and that was the part that held. I don't want to say held me back, but that was the part where I felt like I was playing catch up with myself because I wasted so much time. Like those of you that know, I wasted a lot of time and ended up in prison. Blah blah blah. But the past 6 years, I've dedicated to just. Before that, I was writing this, writing that here. But the past 6 years, more so dedicated in one facet or another, whether it was in prison, working live instruments and the unit band and this and that, whether it was coming out, focusing only on getting back into the vocal thing, and then upping that, getting into beat making, upping that, getting into video, upping that, getting into logo designing and stuff like that, working with graphic designers.
You're just like our creative.
Yeah,
you create, and it doesn't matter on what medium. Like you just create.
It doesn't. It's more so like when you're like, all right, this is what I want to do, right? And then you say, all right, I want to make music, right? And then you get into just the art part of it, where you lock yourself in and you just learn. And then you say, okay, well now I want to start, sharing my art. And then that's when you start getting to the other aspects. Well, how am I going to brand it? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And then you're like, okay, well, I got to build community. I got to network. I got to do this, and that. And then that's when you're like, okay, well, time to put on. It's the wearing multiple hats, but the hat process, it comes from necessity. You get what I'm saying? It comes from the like, oh, okay, well, I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, I have been around certain individuals that like every time, like I used to skateboard, and it was always like I mentioned before, I always wanted to skate with people that were better than me because it would make me better. Like that was the only way to get better. You just skated with people that were better than you. You went to the skate park, you went wherever you could where people were just better than you. You rap, same thing. You want to rap with people that are better than you because
that's how you grow.
Sharpens steel. And so at one point, everything I wanted to do, the people who did know how to do it had already kind of like left the neighborhood and were doing their own thing. And the ones who said they wanted to do it hadn't really started or anything. So that's when I was like, whoa, I've already finished, kind of like, not finished, you're never really done in terms of perfecting a craft. But I was already kind of like, okay, I'm happy now, I'm ready to share with the world. Yeah. And so now that I want to do this, well, I can't, I'm going to have to do it on my own. And so started getting on it, And I'm really looking forward to working with musicians, hiring drummers for session players, and just doing more stuff down that route. And just
that's gonna be badass.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Well, I mean, okay,
we need to buy a compound.
Yeah,
that's what we got to do.
You might notice some differences. We have already had an episode out with this studio setup, but now we have this box. And now we have this green cable. We have this green cable here.
I need to get one of these.
Oh, the massive upgrade.
We have a mouse and a keyboard.
We got the splitter. We got the widescreen 50-inch TV that y'all can't see, but it's up there.
It is up there. There is a TV up there.
We really should get a bigger one. At least like a 40-inch.
Yeah, dude. This is ridiculous.
That shit's like 17.
Or we need to bring it right here.
Also, yes. Which was my original plan. I didn't even want to put it up. I was like, let's get a stand.
Well, get a stand then.
Nah. It's already up there. The holes are made.
Well, all right.
We can get a bigger one.
We should get a bigger one.
Yeah. I like it though.
That's the next upgrade.
It reminds me of The Office because of how small it is. You know that episode where Michael invites everybody to him and Jan's condo? And he's like, I finally splurged and I got myself a plasma TV.
And he just and he's just, oh, man.
It's smaller than that one.
Don't they throw a trophy at it?
Yeah. She throws a trophy at him because he calls her out because she's not working. Jan's not working at the time, so he's like, "Oh, sorry." He broke something, or he fucked up a candle, and then she's like, "You're gonna pay for that." And like, "Oh no, don't worry, you'll get it out. I'll get it out of your $0 a month,
Oh my
a year
God.
salary plus benefits." And then she gets mad and throws one of his dundies at it.
Plus benefit.
And then he runs out. He's like, "That was $200."
Bro, when I came out, my girl, when I came out of prison, my girl, she was so refreshing, bro, because that was the first thing that like she started playing for me, kind of like
The Office?
like comfort TV
Yeah.
coming out, you know, like coming out. Pause.
When I was finally able to speak my truth, The Office really helped me.
Bro, we spent like just binging the first 6 months of our relationship, just binging it over and over and over again. Like we watched a couple movies here and there, but it was just every day. I'm not gonna get graphic, but it was on for no reason. You know what I mean? At all times, and that was it. That was the before. That was the after. That was the everything. You know what I mean?
Dude, you know, like on like Twitter, for some reason on Twitter, like I haven't gone on Twitter in like years, but there was a certain point where it was just porn. Like people were just posting
Recently?
porn. I don't know about recently.
Or
I haven't been on the. I'm pretty sure it hasn't.
Elon Musk or
Oh, way pre, because I haven't been on it since like 2017, 18, somewhere around there.
That's
But, like,
about right. I remember that.
But I remember there was.
that era.
I remember like you'd be scrolling and somebody would retweet like just random porn, and then there'd be people like promoting their own shit, you know. So I remember I was scrolling one day and one clicked up and the audio was on, and they were fucking with The Office in the background. Like you could hear the theme song, and I was like, I wonder what episode they're watching.
I think I watched that one.
Oh, is it the one with the blocker?
Are you sure they weren't clipping it off a website? I think I was on the one
oh
on a
my
website.
God.
Yeah, dude, The Office is perfect. Like, just put it on.
Yeah.
Like TV. You don't have to, like, you can be just.
I think I've watched it all the way through once.
You get all the emotions. You really do get all the
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it.
The only, at least I think Parks and Rec is better just because it was shorter, and then the story was also like, they didn't drag it on as long, you know?
I have no inkling to watch that show at all.
You should
whatsoever.
watch it. It's
I tried.
funny.
I got through like 3 episodes.
It is so fucking
Were you
funny.
the one putting me onto it?
Parks and Rec, yeah. It's with Chris Pratt, Audrey Plaza.
I was putting.
Yeah, no.
My girl,
No hate, but-
my girl swears by that one, and we haven't seen it yet.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
My thing is like, she's sworn
Is
by
that
The Office, but-
Albert? No.
Who?
Is the Albert elementary school one?
Abbott Elementary?
Abbott? Is that kind of like that?
Yeah, it's the same like mockumentary
Yeah.
style.
I don't think I watched that one either.
I haven't. I've seen clips of it, and I'm pretty sure it's funny. The kid from Everybody Hates
Oh
Chris is
yeah,
on there.
yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. But with one of the funniest things in Parks and Rec was there was this one time where the main character Leslie, she was sick, but she refused to not work. Like she was a workaholic, so she was still in the office. And then they ended up convincing her to go to the office because she had or go to the doctor because she had a flu. So there's one scene where she's sitting at her desk, and then she's like, "Fine, I'll go." So the camera pans like to the door of her walking out, and then Chris Pratt is sitting at a desk that's outside of her office, right? And then he goes, "Oh, Leslie, I typed in your symptoms into the computer, and it said you might have network connectivity problems." You get it?
Yes.
What were the symptoms again?
No, she was just sick.
What the
But
fuck?
he typed it into the computer, but there was just no internet,
That's
and he just
funny.
read it off. He just read off the word.
I
He's
have
like,
to go watch this shit, bro. That's one of those that you gotta see it because
yeah, it's so fucking funny, dude.
Oh my God.
Mostly Chris Pratt's like shit in that show, and then also like Ron Swanson,
Their shit?
like the shit that he does on the show. Yeah,
It's bad?
no, it's great.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought you said their shit.
no, it's just like the shit that he does on the show is like the funniest.
I don't know. I had no inkling to watch that.
What have you been watching? Do you watch anything?
I just watched the Cleopatra documentary on Netflix.
Ooh,
I watched the
Was she
Anna
white?
Nicole documentary on Netflix. I watched the Playboy Bunny
Did Anna Nicole-
documentary. I think it was like 20 episodes. I don't know what the fuck.
Did
But
Anna
that's on
Nicole
Hulu.
Smith-
Huh?
Did she die? And Nicole Smith, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, her
Is she
life
OD?
was so tragic, dude. So
Is
tragic.
she OD?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So I watch a lot of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, a
pyramids
lot
are
of
actually
documentaries.
flat.
I don't know why I've never been into documentaries like this before ever.
Yeah.
When have you ever heard me talk about documentaries?
The only one I remember you telling me about was Crips and Bloods.
So
That-
tell me what you learned about Cleopatra.
Cleopatra, so oh my God, I love her. Like, she.
What?
Well,
Dead? No.
but like, she's a legend. Like,
Is she dead?
Is she really though?
yeah,
Look it up.
yeah. Actually, it's a whole thing. Okay,
She died like 2006.
she had 4 babies. She had 2 sets of twins. So like, her people thought that she was like a goddess, cause
She just kept having babies.
Twins, not just babies. Twins.
yeah, she was just like the.
And twins.
That's what they don't tell you
So she was
about
fertile
her.
like a Mexican.
Yeah,
And that's why
but-
they praised her.
Yes, but
Nice.
because she was a pharaoh.
I can have twins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure me and Justine, you're gonna have like 17 right off the bat.
My mom was a twin.
Your mom was a twin.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Her
Well, whatever. It was a
brother
good
died
documentary.
At birth.
Aw,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Oh,
Our grandma lost what? 2 sets of twins.
2 sets of twins.
Sorry, documentary.
Yeah, I just been learning a lot, and I've never been into them. But I want to get into conspiracy theories, but I don't like scary movies.
You know what I like? I like. Oh yeah, I told you I like real life. I watch real life lore on YouTube. That's like geographical. Like
I like
history.
geographical. I
History
love
kind of,
geographical.
like, but
Yeah, history.
shit like that is really cool. I like
Yeah.
geographical history. Because then you find out why people have been fighting for over something for the longest
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You find out you're like, oh, there's more to it than that's just like the line. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
yeah, and it's
What I always equate it to is that show Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's this one weird episode. A lot of people don't like it, but like there's this weird episode where there's these 2 fighting tribes, and then when they end up telling, you know what I'm talking
And then
about.
what?
Yeah, like
There's like these 2 fighting tribes, and this is early on in the show, where they just keep arguing, and
They've been fighting forever.
for over 100 years. Their tribes have been fighting.
Since the last-
yeah, and all it is just because that generation told their children like, hey, don't fuck with them. And it's kind of weird because like some of them are like very white and prim and proper, and then the other ones are just like look like street trash.
Yeah,
It's like
dirty.
yeah. So then they just keep arguing about it, and then eventually when they end up telling Aang, the main character, about it, he's like, "Wait, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I know these people. Like I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm 100 years old. Like those were my friends, and what you're talking about is a game that they used to play. It wasn't a real thing." Turns out it was all he was lying just to
he
get
was
them to
lying
shut the
whole
fuck
time.
up.
Yeah, he was like, that was
What?
funny.
Yeah, but what he was saying is like it's interesting that if you're part of a culture that's engaging war with like another culture, it's been going on for a century, you are basically just repeating the mistakes of your ancestors because all of this could probably be solved if y'all come to a mutual agreement.
Deep.
There's a lot of shit that has happened in 100 years.
And then the fucked up part is there's a lot of like instigators like amongst these countries.
Yeah,
that are just like,
and it's instigators that are like across the
God.
world.
where it'll like
Yeah, that was
they have-
very
US
much
and shit, you know what I mean?
Cleopatra.
Yeah.
That
They
was
have
very
like their
much
own
Cleopatra.
interest in these 2 factions continuing to fight.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's insane.
That's a lot.
That's from a
That's the
kid's
shit that I-
show.
If I'm not watching a tutorial or like a learn something that involved in learning, I'm looking up shit like that.
Okay, what's your guilty pleasure show?
My guilty pleasure. Oh,
Yeah, what-
right now is
Yeah.
Rust Valley Restorers. That's a bad.
Ooh, I know what you're talking
What
about.
is
yeah.
that?
That's fucking
my,
badass.
My girl loves classic cars. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
her thing. Like she's always like, I'm gonna restore this car. This is my dream car, and then boom, boom, boom.
What kind of what car is it? Do you know what car it is?
Well, she has a couple. She has a couple. One of them is a Dart.
A Dodge Dart, like a
Yeah,
70s Dart.
she has
Yeah,
a
that's
Dodge Dart.
badass.
And then she's got a couple, bro. But that's the one that comes off like the top of my head because
Yeah.
we run into it all the time, and she's always like,
Well, you have a Dart. No, wait,
No, I have a
no.
Dart.
It's
I have a
neon.
neon. I have a neon. I
Yeah,
have-
because they redid
No,
the Dart like in
don't have
2014.
neon. No, but
Yeah.
no. Rust Valley Restorers, man. That show right there. That show has my heart. It's dope. I love when people are like really because the show's about a dude that restored. He spent like $1 million, all his money, and bought a whole bunch of shit cars, like but classic cars, like old cars. So he has a football field of junk, of like it looks like a junkyard.
Whoa.
But it's just classic cars. You know what I mean? Some of them are just to show. Some of them are like out of there. Some of them still run, you know? But
wow, sounds like a good show.
yeah, and he it's up in Canada, so it'd be a boat talking to, you know.
What's up in Canada, the show?
Yeah,
they filmed
they're
in
based out of Canada.
They're based in Canada. I'm not gonna lie, man. There's a lot of Trailer Park Boys moments in that bitch. I be dying, bro. I love it because I grew up on Trailer Park Boys, so that shit just has me dying. But I watched that show, and they'll restore these cars, but it's dope because he'll admit it all the time. He's like, my weakness is the fact that I love doing this so much that I won't make money off it. You get what I'm saying? Like his mission.
Well, he does the restorations.
He does the restorations, but he'll sell them, but he hardly ever makes a profit because he's trying to like. A lot of times people will bring him cars too. He'll do jobs like, oh, you know, they come and they're like, hey, we need to restore this because people don't restore those cars anymore.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, bet, I'll do it. And he'll quote him as something. But most of the time, even his employees are like, yo, man, that shit is going to have more. And he keeps running into problems. And then his thing is like, it's because I don't want them to not get their dream car fixed. Like he's very like about the customer. And shit like
you watch it too?
It just reminds me of like when you love a craft, like doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Like if you
don't
love
care
it
if
too
you're
much,
making money
you
from it.
fuck around and not make any money. You know what I mean? Like that's the funny part.
It's because you know that you would do it for free if you had all the resources. Like I would love to have a house that has like a lift in the garage so that I could work on cars. Like that would be awesome because it makes it so much easier.
Dude, if you have a lift,
that would be something you would invest in, like a personal item.
There are
you get
ones.
a lift and then the one that, or maybe even like a forklift that you could pull like the engine out of the thing.
Oh yeah. But you can do that like when it's on the floor, and then it's like an engine jack. Yeah. But I would want to do a lift just because like it's so much easier just to work under the car as opposed to like being on your fucking back.
Yeah, the lift.
Yeah, there are some that like it's basically just two pillars. I think it's like two pillars, and then it has like two arms that swing out so that you can just put it on the frame of the car and then it just goes up. And it fits like in residential garages.
Oh, wow.
So I would love to do that if we get a house.
When you get a house.
Yeah.
If you had to, do you like classic cars? I'm like,
yeah.
You just like whatever.
I don't really.
Do you have a dream classic car?
I like the Broncos, the old school Broncos.
Old Broncos are cool.
Because I'm a girl.
It must be a girl thing. My girl loves.
I love them.
Yeah. No, it's because they love OJ.
But we need that.
We could.
It's just it's like two of them. Just but
next time.
Let's talk about all the guests that we've had. Let's go down the list.
No.
Yes, and say like a one-off thing because we've had a lot.
Go to a list of like our guests.
How do you do that? I can't see where I'm going.
Are you gonna go to
just go to Spotify and then scroll down.
Spotify.
Where am I right here?
Go all the gimme. Who was our first comic guest? Was it George?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It was Georgie Porgy Pudding Pie. Shout out George, honestly, because he's a real one.
Yeah.
He's a real one, for real. A real one, for real.
Are you logged into Buzzsprout?
No. Why are you going to Buzzsprout?
So that we can look at the list, but I guess just do Spotify.
I haven't paid my Spotify account.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Hollywood Los and Zoe Arroyo.
Oh, yeah.
When was that? What day was that?
This came out. I can't see. December of 2021.
December of 2021.
Did we have
Roman's around there somewhere in
Roman's
March.
in here somewhere, but we didn't get a picture with him. Oh wait, no, he had to be after Zoe and Los. Cause
March.
This is nothing.
You never listened to me.
Yeah, so these are no guests, and I'm pretty sure Hollywood and Zoe were first.
Yeah, they were first.
Okay, so you want to talk about that episode?
Shout out Hollywood Los and Zoe Arroyo.
Yeah, Zoe's been releasing some new music.
Yeah, Zoe's been
dope.
Yeah, I love her voice. Like she reminds me of like a Jessie Reyes.
Beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Beautiful voice. Hollywood Los, I think right now he's training to get back into boxing.
Oh yeah.
Because remember he was a boxer and he's a rapper.
Go check him out.
Follow him on Instagram. Yeah. And he actually like he gets plays. Like
yeah.
He's
were
very.
supposed to have him
He's
on again.
actually. Yeah, we were. He's actually very popular. I'm gonna hit him up and see when he's able to come out.
Yeah.
But
We had them on
Zoe
together.
too.
Yeah, we had Zoe's been doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we need to actually. I need to like be like, girl.
Yeah,
please.
she's supposed. I can't remember if she released an EP or she released an EP already, right? Or is she about to?
I don't know.
I think she already released like a 3-song EP or something like that.
I think it was like 4 or 5.
Something like that.
Her covers are cute.
Yeah, but we had them on together, and they were the first guests because we met them at the first event that we ever did.
Yes, which is
A photo that's in here somewhere. That's
me see
when
if
we
I
got
can
our
lift it.
jumpsuits.
yeah. Okay, so crazy fucking experience, awesome experience. Do you want to go in? I mean, we've gotten into it, but like,
Yeah, we can keep talking about it.
so pretty much shout out our friend DJ Avi, who has also been a guest on the podcast recently. He was doing like he was doing podcasts. He has a Latino Fuego podcast.
Wait, shout out who?
Avi. And like Modern de Mujeres, shout out Modern de Mujeres, shout out Liz, shout out Mel.
We had Liz on.
We had Liz
Haven't
on
had Mel yet.
on Chismes or Audacious. We had her on Audacious for sure. I know that. Liz.
Did we ever? Oh, it might have just been Audacious.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But so yeah, they were all doing the podcast fest, and I was like, man, we had just like started, right? But I was like, I want to do something. Like I want to see if we can get on. So I messaged Avi and he put us on. We were, I think, the last ones to go or the first. No, we were the first.
It was our 44th episode.
Were we the first?
No, we were not first.
No, because that was why you were like
I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And it trips me out because that's before I started doing stand-up. Actually, when was it?
No, you had, I think, already gone up once.
I had gone up a couple times, but I hadn't done it like a lot. I'd probably done it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then doing this, I was like, fuck, there's an actual crowd.
Yeah. And it was a crowd.
Yeah, it was like a real fucking crowd.
Yeah. And
So we did that.
so he let us on.
Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna get Ricky to elaborate a little bit more on that.
On what?
On your first times.
Oh, we're
Doing
gonna get
stand-up?
there. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
just
there.
how- yeah.
We're gonna roll into that.
We'll roll into
Okay.
that. Keep going though.
But
So
so
then-
we were like, I don't know why we were wanting to match.
What do you mean? It was all your idea. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean you don't know why? I know
I
why.
did.
I don't know
wanted
whose stupid
to.
ass idea this was, but it was you.
I loved it.
I still have mine. You don't
I
fit in
still-
yours. Oh, do you?
Yes.
I don't fit in mine. I grew an inch.
Shout out to Michelle.
Pause.
Damn it. We could have had it. If it's already hard.
I want to be able to touch it too.
Don't put it in the middle.
Oh, we missed a good one.
Damn it.
She made our jumpsuits. She actually put our old ugly logo on
This one, right?
our jumpsuits. Yeah. What were we thinking?
Again. That was you.
Okay. I did all the work. You can't also give me all the freaking slack.
Yes, I can.
No. You liked it. You okayed it. What do you think compared to this logo?
I don't like that either.
You really don't?
Oh, the new one that we have? Yeah, I
Yeah.
like the new one. I thought you meant like this because I don't like that photo of me.
I love that photo of you. You look so dumb. I'm just kidding.
You're a hoe.
No, we look cute.
You look like you got a crick in your neck since 1948.
I want to touch it too.
Get over it.
And it was great. It was a great experience. Ricky was like panicking,
Yeah.
like having an anxiety attack.
Hey,
What do you remember? Because you were there with us for that day.
yeah, I was.
What do you remember from that day?
Were you walking around like recording?
Yeah.
Not yet,
No,
right?
no, not yet, not yet.
No, you were.
No, not that. Not
No.
there. No, I didn't.
Isaac was doing
I
that.
didn't have the camera.
Was
yet.
Isaac with
No,
us?
Leilani.
Nani was with us,
our
yeah.
baby cousin.
I remember. I remember you telling me you were like, Ricky's nervous. And then I was like,
Ricky's
what?
gonna fucking
And then I
flip.
looked over and he was just like a statue. And then you,
Did you think I was fine?
I thought you were. I thought you were fine. And you were
Cool.
like- and you were like, no, that's when he's not fine.
Cool. I can compartmentalize really well.
Yeah. And then-
Jasenia was there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, but I feel that I remember the first time that I performed in front of a crowd was in prison. It was in front of a bunch of inmates. It was actually I had already performed, like, not performed, but I had gone up and freestyled and done stuff like that at the Green Elephant and other venues, you know. So I understood being in front of a crowd, and I was already doing the facility. I was facilitating classes in prison, so getting in front of people isn't a big thing. But like when you get up there and then like you're gonna perform for them, and then you look out and it's like 50 or 70 like skinheads with tattoos and shit.
Fuck.
It's just like it's just everywhere you look, you're just like, you know, and I think that experience really like I almost went up on stage on Thursday.
Really?
Yeah, like a part of me was like I should just to, but then the part of me that was like, what, I don't have anything. Was like, don't, because you're gonna end up like oh boy.
Oh yeah.
So that was
Who?
not just the homie, but that's why for me it was like
he didn't do bad though.
No, he didn't, and the homie that went up there, like it was his first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was dope because
it was his first time, but I feel like he commanded the stage because I was trying to watch like. I guess just after doing this for like a year, I'm like, oh shit, I was here like over a year ago, you know? So I was kind of like, oh shit, let me see what's up. Like how bad
Did you know that he was going to go up at that time?
no.
Well,
like
they walked in and then he said like, Alec, or sorry.
I'll cut it out.
We were like, hey, hop on. And he was just like
it was almost,
they asked me, they were like, he was like, you're going to go up there? And I was like, nah, but my homie might. And then like that was enough for him to be like,
man. It was almost as if he was like, ooh, if somebody tells me to get on,
yeah,
I'm gonna get on.
Yeah, because he told me he was like once they said that, and once I picked up the pen, I knew there was no going back, so I was just gonna write my name and walk away. And but like I understood, like I know what that's like, because then you're just waiting to go up, and it's just like
yeah,
and he was like close to the end too.
Yeah,
so
damn.
I got lucky with my first album. Like I think I was like fourth.
You know what was dope though? He got to go up when there was still people.
Oh yeah, dude. That's that day that y'all went. It was at Reno's. That was
shout out Reno's.
Yeah, shout out Reno's. Anthony runs that. Who we just had, whose episode is going to come out tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep.
It'll come out tomorrow. Anthony Ramos. He's got a great show coming up that we'll definitely plug when his episode comes out tomorrow. But yeah.
Yes, Los.
I'm on it, man. Look, sometimes, right? Sometimes.
Listen, dude, we're gonna have to learn how to manage our time better because we're growing.
Yeah.
Hey, this is getting away from us real quick.
Yeah.
The cart is leading the horse now.
The blind is leading the blind.
But anyway, like Reno's that's the most packed I've ever seen, and I've been there like 5 or 6 times.
Oh, really?
Like legit, he went like on a real good night.
I'm gonna go see the homies perform this weekend.
Where?
The homies I was telling you about. Morgue Meat. Matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
Morgue Meat. Reno's this weekend.
Is he performing at Reno's?
Yeah, they're gonna be at Reno's.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
Yeah, so that's kind of dope. Hoping to go up there, support, get in contact.
Nice.
I kind of want to go too.
I haven't seen them since like I saw James.
What? Who?
I saw
Morgue
James.
Meat?
What's Morgue Meat?
Remember the party, the Halloween
Yeah,
party?
yeah.
All right. Well, one of the dudes that was there, he plays in that band.
You knew him. You
met
recognized him.
You met him.
I think he was in ROTC. Skinny white dude, right?
John?
His brother.
Oh, he plays?
Yeah, he plays drums.
Oh.
He's cold.
Wow.
Shout out. I called him baby brother.
But they're gonna be up there. This episode's not gonna be out by then. But shout out to Morgue Meat. They're dope. I actually when we were in high school, like now, at the time, I was already kind of like I was musically inclined a little bit, and I was surrounded by music, and like I wish that I would have tapped into that aspect of my surroundings more, because the people that were involved in music were always like, "Come on," you know. But
They were trying to get you in it.
yeah, but when you're not focused on it or
Yeah.
anything like that,
Yeah.
you're
not like you're just not gonna do it unless
you're not
you
gonna
want
do it
to.
unless you want to. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, it comes down to that thing. Like,
Because didn't they tour like in Japan?
I don't know if they toured, but they were. I know they did. shows
They
out there.
performed out there.
They do
Yeah.
shows.
That's insane.
He's,
Shout out Morgue Meat.
Yeah.
Morgue
It's like-
Meat.
I don't know about
Yeah.
I don't know about Morgue Meat, but I know Sergio, the leader, he be out. He moves around a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's in other bands, and he's just a really talented individual. He plays.
What is it? It's like death metal, but
yeah, he does. Honestly, he does multiple genres. Like his main thing is Texas death metal. Texas death metal.
Yeah.
Make sure you put the Texas in it because that they get down on that.
Yeah.
Oh damn, we're gonna have to put their stuff up on the video.
I've shown you some of their stuff, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's one where
Never
it's
mind
like,
then.
It's very like
Yeah.
Screamo.
You're no. Don't ever say
Yeah.
that word.
I'm
around
sorry.
it's a different.
No, don't say it around a metal
Oh.
because they'll just look at you like.
Oh, it's a metal band.
You know what Anthony was talking about, like
Yeah,
that brutal
yeah,
death
yeah,
metal.
yeah,
It's sort of like that, but there's a Texas twist to it. But also, metal has like
It's slam
86.
as fuck.
Yeah,
It's like
Me-
hip hop.
metal.
It's like hip hop.
It's got
like
so
every
many
genre.
goddamn genres,
Every
dude.
genre. has-
Okay, fuck it.
Like there's so many
Whatever.
subgenres, and then there's subgenres inside subgenres. There's like brutal death metalcore, and then there's fucking like guttural deathcore synth.
Yeah.
Like they just have like the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
There's this thing called stoner groovy metalcore,
Yeah, I don't know.
which is like potheads making groovy music that is metal, like groovy metal music. It's the weirdest shit.
Groovy
Yeah.
metal
The
music.
It's a lot more
progressive
bass.
metal,
You've got to be
Progressive metal.
That's cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
kidding.
It's just
Let me actually look up a list. 'Cause
No, well, let's keep going. to the
Okay,
thing.
sorry. We'll
Get
away
back
from
on
metal.
track.
get back on track. Reno's
Go down,
this
Rick.
weekend.
Reno's this weekend. Shut up.
Morgue meat
Wait, what weekend? What's the date?
Oh,
13.
The weekend of the 14th. It already happened.
It'll be on Saturday,
Yeah.
the 17th. So if you can go back in time,
It already happened.
check it out. vendors.
Ticket vendors are a scam. Why
doesn't
did
mean
we say
anything.
that?
I think because I bought tickets to a show.
Go down.
Go down. No, because this is our first guest, which we already
Look
talked
at the
about. Los.
numbers.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? This is 47, 48.
Go up.
What do they mean?
Wait.
Oh, okay. Look.
Look, hold on. We did fuck up. We fucked up. I knew it. 48.
Why are you saying it now?
48. And then right next is 50.
No, I took an episode off.
Oh.
51. Euphoria.
Really?
Is when we talked about Euphoria. I don't remember what episode.
Hey, look. Wait. What was the episode? What was the episode that What was the episode that we changed the logo?
This one?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
50.
50.
Wait,
Okay.
do we have two 50s?
We better fucking not.
That's 50.
51,
Oh, no. Okay. This is 51.
idiota.
Sorry.
49.
That's because I took away an episode.
All right. So 50 was the Tinder swindler.
Oh,
Okay, that happened. Up.
52, Victoria. This is Victoria's first episode. This is Victoria's
a good episode.
Yeah.
My girl had me watch that.
That's when I knew.
Swindler.
Yeah.
That's when I knew.
That's Victoria's first episode. Who's that? Oh, there goes Roman.
Roman Duffro.
He was episode 53.
53. Shout out Roman
Shout out
Duffro.
Shout out Roman because he came up to us already a fan of the podcast.
Yes,
I
he
believe.
did. Yes.
Yeah, he came up to us with one of his homies. I think one of the guys that he
At
makes his
Podcast
music videos.
Fest. It was at Podcast
yeah.
Fest.
Yeah.
We actually need to have him on. We
Roman?
always said, no, his friend.
Oh, Parker. I remember,
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
him.
I'm gonna reach out.
I actually
If I didn't reach out and you see this, reach out to me and we'll do something.
Did he? He's supposed to have his next event soon, right?
I'll
Roman?
hit him up and we'll get a flyer.
I'm going out now. I'm going out to all these things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
We met.
give me dates.
Yeah. So we met Roman at the podcast fest that we did, where we didn't talk about it, but we actually did a live event. Like we did a full live, like 30-second or 30-minute episode, and they ended up putting that on their Facebook. And we did
Yeah.
like a whole Facebook live thing. It was really cool, and I really wish they would do it again.
Wait, what?
The festival,
They're not gonna do it.
What
anymore?
festival?
the podcast fest.
What about it?
I'm talking about how we did it,
Oh, right,
I wish
right,
we would have
right.
done it again
Hopefully they would.
Oh,
they do it
right,
again.
right.
because that was already almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, so there was Roman. Then here we talked about the slap, Victoria again. Wait, what? Oh yeah, we have Victoria
Yeah, we had her
twice.
twice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because y'all did a part 2.
Yeah.
Is this the one with the homies? With your homies? Or no, this is just the two of y'all.
No.
So that was almost like a precursor to y'all's
Audacious
podcast.
Babes.
Yeah,
I'll say
Audacious
the
Babes.
name.
Oh.
I forget it sometimes.
Audacious Babes podcast.
That's this one right here.
Answering my brother's inappropriate questions.
No, asking.
Oh.
No, I'm the dyslexic one.
We're back, bitches.
So
okay.
that's where our...
No, check the date because we did have several.
Hold on. Because this is... What does it say? April? 2022, April.
Yeah, it was that.
And then...
That was where we had our first big break. August.
No, we had other ones. This is our second to last one.
Oh.
Damn, from August to August?
No, fool. What are you doing?
Hold on.
August.
Okay, there's the We're Back. I'm trying to make this bigger. So there's the We're Back. So that was from April to August, dude. That's how long?
Yeah.
May, June, July. 4 months.
4 months that we were out.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out the video.
The studio, the video. She had a baby. 22, right?
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You got your
no.
right after that, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, you did get him tied? Oh, that was a joke.
Cinch, baby. I got him cinched.
You still won't tell us what kind of bow y'all did.
Shut up. It was a noose. Ricky's drunk outside.
Oh, shit.
That was a story from where you almost got yourself and Jasenia killed because you guys got so drunk.
I don't think I said that on here.
Yeah, you did. We talked about it.
All right.
Allegedly. No.
We almost died.
Yeah, because Ricky was too drunk to get them inside the house. So.
I got us home from Irving.
Allegedly.
From Irving.
And so they
Deep into
passed
Irving.
out. This was in July. They passed out in the car with the windows rolled up.
Yo.
It was
Okay,
May.
that's not that bad.
It was May.
Oh. One time we passed, well, it wasn't me and my girl. It was
Allegedly.
way back in the day. I passed, I think it's behind statute of limitations, right?
Yeah.
7 years old.
They can't use this against us.
Bro.
You're wearing
Okay.
sunglasses.
Bro,
Nobody knows who you are.
We were on 35. We were on 35. We passed out, bro.
Oh, on 35.
35.
No,
Allegedly.
no, cut it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It was like
Don't keep going.
3 in the morning, man. We were on our way back from PG, allegedly.
Oof.
Yeah. Alleged.
You know what they say about Pleasant Grove?
Yeah, we
Ain't nothing pleasant about the Grove.
We were down there doing pleasant things in a very unpleasant area.
Keep going, Rick.
But we
Deep
can't-
elements interest. Keep going, love.
We were on our way back, and there's nobody on the road, dude.
Yeah.
And like it's one like back then I had a real drug problem, guys. I don't do drugs anymore. But back then,
My God.
I had a drug problem, and we were drugged up, and we were on our way back, and sure enough, I look to the left and I see him, and I kind of see my homie kind of fading a little bit, you know, and I look back forward, and I blink, and we're like into the middle medium, like. So apparently we passed out, like
Allegedly.
opened up our eyes. We hit a car in front of us, but the car took off. So whatever
They were drunk
whatever
too.
they were doing, we hit him going like 60 miles an hour, mind you. Like we were like he passed out with his foot on the gas.
Oh, shit.
And then like on the freeway, the car, we open our eyes and we just hit a car and we're like swerving off into the medium on the left. And like we just hear and like his whole front bumper
Allegedly.
just caves into the tire. And
Allegedly.
It's just shredding the tire,
Ooh.
the front left tire. And so I'm not going to get into details because
Dude, you gave location. You said the make and model.
I'm not going to give details on the make and model.
I'm not cutting it out.
or the homie because of what happened after that the following day.
Anyways,
But no one got hurt. No one got hurt.
And that's the most important part.
That's the
allegedly.
most important. No.
Do
No
the
one
thing.
got hurt.
Do the thing.
No one. No one got hurt.
We celebrated our 2-year anniversary, which is kind of fucked. Because honestly, no, it's not. We need to take off 4 months.
Shut up. It's not 2 years that we've been doing it. It's 2 years from the date that we started.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could have started this back up today from fucking when we took a break last April, and it'd still be 3 years. Suck my dick.
Oh shit!
Imagine if we didn't have all of this.
I know, dude.
Also, we still haven't even gotten to George's episode because
dude.
right after our 2-year anniversary is my first stand-up set.
Okay, we got to talk about that again.
Oh yeah, back to the stand-up thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This isn't my actual first one. This is my first one back.
I want to talk to you about how you've mentioned multiple times how it helped you with your anxiety.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because like right now, currently, I feel like that's kind of what almost made me itch to go up, to be honest, because it's not my comfort zone.
Yeah.
You looking at Ricky?
No.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Ricky, let me look at you. No, I mean like
I don't know what to do with my hands.
putting myself in situations where I'm out of my comfort zone.
That's why you did it? I don't understand what you said.
Oh.
No, he's saying that he's saying that this past Thursday when he was at an open mic, he wanted to get up there because he wanted to get out of his comfort zone.
Yeah. But like,
Because that's the only way that you progress in life is getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. So like, just going out and starting to network and all that. That's already like I'm out of my comfort zone because I'm getting back into talking to people again because I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just been a lab rat. Very much. I don't need to talk to
recluse.
If I could
hermit
just stand
crab.
up from my fucking
But
bed.
it's by choice because like I'm not. I haven't always been one. You get me? Like it was very much.
You were working. You were like
I'm
working.
focused on this, and this is what I love. This is what I'm gonna be doing because I'm thinking about it every waking minute of every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Rick, like how long did it take you to work through your anxiety before like you were able to get back or get on stage?
No. How many times did it take for you to recognize that it helped you with your anxiety?
Both.
Probably the first time where I was just like, nah. Okay, because it's weird. So this episode is technically supposed to be Ricky's first stand-up set back.
Okay.
Because the first time I did it was in May of 2021 when...
Well, but this is a show.
No, it wasn't a show. Wait, is this a show?
Yes, dude. This is your show.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Performed his first 5-minute set at 2Ks. Oh, never mind then.
Idiota.
I thought this was my first time back.
Damn it.
That makes sense because Jamie, this other comedian, Jamie, sent me a photo of the first time I went to his open mic, which was probably the first time I went back, and that was from like August. Anyway, so this was my first show. But to go back to what you were saying about the anxiety was
it
like
an epiphany right after? Or
almost when I do it consistently, it's like I'm less stressed about other stuff. Like even I hadn't done it in 2 weeks before last Thursday. I hadn't gone up in 2 weeks. And I was like mad depressed. And I was just like, fuck, this fucking sucks.
We had actually gone in and we had done a podcast and it was in Fort Worth. Shout out Tifty Podcast. Shout out Thanks for the Invite Podcast.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. I love those guys.
Yeah.
They're the type of guys that you can like bust balls with.
Yeah.
And nobody
They're just talking mad shit.
You're just talking mad shit. Yeah. I'm in my comfort zone right there when I can just talk shit to people.
I felt bad because they kept clowning on their producer Wolf.
Oh my God, he looks just like autistic
James Franco.
You said it, not me.
I said it on their show.
Was that a joke they said?
No, they said James Franco, but I said, you know that? Have you ever seen that movie?
True Confessions?
No, She's Out of Your League.
Oh, She's Out of Your League. Have you seen
Or
it?
This Is the End.
Yeah, I've seen This Is the End.
You know the guy in This Is the End, the scrawny one that's always like, I feel weird, like I'm all awkward. Blah, blah.
Yeah,
he looks
likes him.
He looks like him.
He looks like him, but also James Franco, like if they were put together.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
As fuck. And it's funny because in that movie, he's anti-James Franco.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, I thought it was funny is like you put together the looks of James Franco, but the autism of that other character.
Yeah, like I get what you're saying. I don't know, dude. So,
but
I get what
He's really cool though. He's really cool.
we went on their podcast. We met those guys. They're awesome guys. But like we had a heart to heart, and I didn't know that you like weren't doing stand up.
I hadn't done
or
it
you
in a
hadn't
while.
gone in a while.
It was like probably 2 weeks, and I was just like, "Fuck this shit! This shit sucks!" Like I hate not doing stand up because the other stuff had gotten in the way. I had gotten really sick. I was sick for like 5 days, and those 5 days were the days normally I go out, you know. So yesterday I had my first good set coming back after not going for 2 weeks, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude, it was awesome.
That's crazy. Like, so that he does, like, that depression, I'll get that if I'm not like
doing
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
but it's
a
crazy
creative
because,
outlet.
Like, yeah, it's any and but like it's crazy because like for them, comedians in general, not them like that, but just people that, you know, they do stand up or they do open mics, you have to go and get on stage, like to really relieve that. Once you go up there, it's like a little itch, right? Kind of.
Yeah. And then like the first time that I went back, I want to say it was either Reno's or it was it was at Hyenas the night before, and I did okay, like it wasn't too bad, but it was still like something was missing because I was like, fuck, like I didn't really write too much.
Like a pep in your step
I didn't.
was slightly
Yeah,
off.
yeah. It was like I was stumbling back on stage, and then at Reno's I still did okay, but my energy was off. I was very low energy.
Okay.
Like way more than normal, because normally like when
Yeah.
I'm on stage,
And you know
it's still
what's
pretty
funny?
low.
I didn't even see a set at Reno's, and I was there.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
I thought you
walked
did.
in at the very end.
Oh, I thought you did see my
I
set.
walked in at the end, and I got to walk in at the end. And well, the funny part, because like as soon as I heard what you were talking about, I was like, oh shit, that's
Oh yeah, I did see you walking. Yeah,
like
yeah.
I walked in at the end because when you were talking, because I grew up in that, so
Yeah,
you know, so for me, like I was like, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because I was right there.
Yeah.
My ass whipped too. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it like it was kind of cool because of the fact that like I had literally just mentioned to Rudy, I was like, I don't even come for him. You know what I mean? Like I was just mentioning to him, like I don't come for the homie, because you know, like it's very much like I'm working on the craft. Like this isn't me being like, hey, come see me. This is very much like, hey, I'm working.
He's
on the
working,
craft. Yeah. And so it's like when it's ready, I'll holla at you. You know what I mean? Like that. And and that's why I was like, yeah. So that's why he hasn't even invited me to come out. And then like
That's
I
also
walked
because
off,
like I haven't done any shows.
but
I'll invite anybody to shows just because I know that like that'll be the 10 minutes that I'm like, this is clean, this is polished, this has been tested.
yeah, exactly.
And
You know, comics don't usually invite people to like.
Well, no,
Open mics
Open
now.
mics.
No, because that's where you're working.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
literally that's like their studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
And
literally-
also it's a lot of waiting around. This like I was at Comedy Arena yesterday.
I get you now.
Yeah.
I get.
What happened?
I get why you can't be late.
Yeah.
Like I get why you can't be late.
Like I was at Comedy Arena yesterday. I was 26th on the list. I was there until like 9:30.
Oh,
No,
shit.
way further than 9:30 actually. I was there until like 10 something. Yeah, because I didn't get home till like 11. When I called you, I was leaving Comedy Arena last night.
Yeah, it was late. Yeah.
Yeah, it was super late. But I got lucky that there was still a good crowd. And that clip that I put up, that reel that I put up today
That's
is from that
then?
side. Yeah,
Oh,
it's from
good.
yesterday.
Okay.
I was just like, I have a bunch of clips that I should put up, but then I'm also like, that was weeks ago. It's going to look weird if I just put up a fucking random clip of something that I did months ago, but nobody fucking knows.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah. But anyway, so with the anxiety, like, I don't know if it had to do with COVID or if it was just something I'd always suffered with, but like the idea of doing anything new always like terrified me. I would still do it,
Yeah.
but it was me doing new stuff for a while. Like
Forcefully?
it got like so far and few in between that I was doing new stuff because I was basically just going to work, smoking, and then hanging out with my friends and Chisenia and everything, you know?
That's when you stopped smoking, right? Or not
Around that time. Around that time,
mentioned the anxiety thing.
Yeah,
when
it started fucking with me
Yeah.
because I wasn't doing anything. Like I didn't have a creative outlet at all. We didn't have the podcast. We didn't like there was nothing. I wasn't doing anything. I was just smoking weed, working, going home, eating. That's it. That's all I was basically doing. Yeah. And for a while I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of what I wanted anyway. I just wanted a real chill life where I didn't do anything. But then if you do that, then it causes anxiety in you because you're not doing anything, because you're not putting yourself in a situation where you're like, you almost give yourself like, not a panic attack, but you make it to where you're like, I know I can get through this, but I need to have like a little adrenaline in me.
Yeah.
You know?
It's getting life back into you.
Yeah.
Because again, doing the same thing in repetition and putting yourself into a place where you just do the same thing over and over, it becomes a rut. Even if it's not a rut, even if it's like I'm making good money, even if you're working a decent and great job,
Yeah. And
you don't,
I
you
am.
don't do the same thing for so long before you're just like, well, what is my outlet at the end of the day? If your job is your outlet, amazing. At that point, your biggest problem is work balance, work to life balance.
Yeah, there's people like I have people at my job that are like, yeah, I do my work, but also I have stuff that I do outside, but it's not really a creative outlet that's potentially going to take them out of that job. It's more like, oh, I have hobbies. I go canoeing, I box, I do jujitsu, stuff like that.
I'm restoring an old car. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, back to what we were talking about when the anxiety thing, when we were mentioning how remember when I was telling you about like, oh, if you sometimes like if you're used to smoking every day, you drink maybe once or twice a week, you get a slight itch sometimes, like, oh, I need to drink, oh, I need this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do the same, similar to like how I was telling you, like, oh, you replace that with something you love. It's the same thing with anxiety, but putting yourself in those situations. Like I tell people, like if you have a lot of anxiety and you usually like, dang, I need a drink, and you go take that drink to help you with your anxiety, instead force yourself to go through that anxiety.
It's like when you have like a nightmare. And like
you can't wake up,
and you like become aware that you're having a nightmare and that you're dreaming.
That's how I began.
And you just like let the nightmare go through, and it's like you're gonna be fine. Like swim through the nightmare because it's going to
like sometimes like
get through.
You just there's certain things you just have to feel to be a better version of you. And like like some people are like, no, I'm anxious, I'm gonna go do this to get rid of my anxiety.
No, feel it.
Go through
as
it.
scary as it is.
You know what?
What if somebody told you that? Like,
I wouldn't have listened. I would have just smoked weed.
Yeah,
that's what I did for like a while.
Look, now we're at George's episode.
I wouldn't listen for shit.
We did a Halloween party.
Oh yeah, we had a Halloween party.
For those of you that haven't seen this episode, because this was fucking 32 episodes ago, and if you're just joining us, George Red Speaks is a local comedian in the Dallas scene. He's got a bunch of open mics that are constantly running. There's one that happens on Tuesdays. That's at Will Call. He's got one in Addison on Wednesdays. That's at what's that one bar? Stadium.
Stadium.
The Stadium.
My best friend manages that bar. Shout out Chrissy. Yeah.
He does that. He's got shows going on constantly,
all the time.
He's always booking shows, and not even just like comedy shows. He does like other stuff. Like I've been to one of his burlesque shows, which was awesome, which was a mix of comedy
he does burlesque shows.
He did one burlesque show. That was one of the first shows that I went that he did personally himself.
That's badass.
Yeah, it was cool. It was at TK's.
That's different.
He has a good story.
It was a mix of comedy and burlesque. So he just had female comics come on, and they just went up and killed in between the burlesque sets. It was really cool.
Wow.
Guys, make sure you guys follow George everywhere.
It's George Red Speaks, REDD Speaks.
Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram, Facebook. Fucking, he's probably still on MySpace.
Next episode after that was Tipsy Adri. I got tipsy. The Club Q shooting. Shout out to the to the victims. We love you. What are you doing?
Thanksgiving plus the Q tip. Our trip to Mexico in December. Recent club shooting. What club shooting? I don't remember that one.
For December.
There's too many damn shootings. Somebody's gonna do something about that.
I mean, in Colorado, we didn't see each other for Thanksgiving. What did we end up? What happened for? Why didn't we see each other?
Y'all got sick.
Oh, right.
I think y'all got sick.
62,000 hours of music. Oh, that's our Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
COVID is.
Oh, and then we have our second guest, Dante. Shout out Dante.
Our fifth.
Sorry, just comedy.
Second comedy guest.
Sorry.
Which is Dante Pizzini. Now he's using his last name.
What was it before?
He was just using Dante, but now he's going by Dante Pizzini.
Nice. Shout out Dante Pizzini.
That's a really good comedy name.
No, it's his God-given name. Like
no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's
it's good.
Like it rolls off the tongue.
Italian
like
as fuck.
Dante Pizzini.
Yeah.
Love
it.
It
Rolls off the tongue like it's somebody.
He recently shaved his mustache. So if you go back to our episode on YouTube where he's on it, you're gonna see a very luscious mustache. And I mentioned that in the podcast. Shout out Dante Pizzini. Love you guys.
Yep. Dante also is a local comedian, and he's got a show coming up. I think the weekend that this comes out is his show. We'll double check on that.
Yeah.
But also, he's got a podcast with another comedian who we eventually end up having on probably like 3 episodes after this. His name is Munchies. Yeah, he's cool as fuck, dude. I think you
I
like him.
love Munchies.
Yeah, we
I remember his episode. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Go scroll to his episode.
He's Munchies.
There he goes right there.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I was rolling the whole time.
Yeah, Munchies
Like,
is
my girl was laughing too. Like,
Yeah.
he is funny, dude.
Munchies is another really funny comedian,
And who was the boy right after him?
We're gonna see.
probably
okay.
Kevin. Oh no, it was Bill.
Bill.
Okay, that
Bill.
yeah. Because
So,
I remember after
love
Munchies, we
you
were talking
so.
about Munchies. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dante and Munchies have a podcast together called The Gypsy and the Hippie Radio. It's really cool. They're doing a lot of really cool stuff because they have like seasons. So the first season is already over with. The second season now they're doing like interactive stuff. So they're doing like, oh, we're gonna go and do rock climbing. They've done rock climbing. They've done skateboarding.
Why
they
didn't
did
we get on their
parkour.
podcast before they started doing this stuff?
I don't know. We're scheduled to go on at some point.
I don't want to do anything.
We're gonna do stuff.
I don't want to
Do stuff. Get out of your comfort zone. God damn it. But yeah, Munchies run.
They invited me to skateboard, man. I'll do something.
Oh yeah, you do skate.
Hey.
I
I
should.
skate. I get down.
They invited me to go skate too. That was like the first episode they did.
I do tray flips.
I'm not going to.
I do switch
I can
heel
hit.
flips.
I can hit a tray like right now.
I really can. Like, people don't even know.
Okay.
You'll get some footage of it pretty soon. With
never been here in my life. My best friend. Look at this guy over here. That little boy right there, Bobby Hill. And that's Hank Hill's son. Where we going? I don't even know how to get there. I'm sorry, everybody. I know you guys wanted to go to Reno's with me tonight, but I don't know how to get there. I'm inebriated a lot, and the world's real confusing and upside down to me right now. So. We're out here in fucking Dallas. So what's up, everybody? We got police everywhere. Look, we got one over here, one that way. We got one over there. We got one in the back. I think they're looking for me, but we'll be all right. Let's get going, though. We're out here. We just fucking had fun at this one comedy show. We're going to the next one. We're out here. They make fucking fresh pizza over there. Look, check it out. Look it up in there.
Dilas.
That was cool.
podcast, and it's kicking ass right now. I'm glad to see y'all doing like more media shit. Vegetables, we'll be all right. Yeah, I'm a lesbian, bitch. Lesbian.
You know what I'm realizing?
What?
We started with like guests, and then we would do like a bunch of episodes together, and then get another guest, and then like a couple episodes together, and then guest. There was one only between Munchies and Bill. So I think this is like starting the progression of like me making friends in stand-up.
Yeah.
Because I've said this before multiple times. Munchies and Dante were probably, other than George, were probably like my first actual like people that came up to me and were like, "Hey, fucking get over here."
Yeah.
It was Munchies specifically. It was like, "Oh, hey, I've seen you at other open mics. Come sit with us."
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but that entire community is pretty cool. It's pretty beautiful.
It's awesome. There's dramas in
obviously,
it, but you know,
it's everywhere.
yeah.
We got Bill. Love Bill. Shout out Bill.
Shout out Bill King.
Bill King. He
was with him yesterday. He's fucking awesome.
He's a homie for sure.
100%. He's
100%.
so deep into the fucking comedy community. If you go to his page, all it is just him posting people's shows, people's podcasts.
He's the real
constantly.
Shout out Bill King.
He's awesome.
We had him on January of this year. And he is still fucking posting our episodes constantly.
Yeah, dude.
Constantly putting them on.
He'll like DM us and he'll be like, "You have this
you got
guy
this person on.
Yeah,
this
like,
shit was fire.
He
dude.
sends us
You
our
did this
flowers.
episode.
Matter of fact, Bill, I just made a new page and I added you. Add me back.
I'll let him know tomorrow.
I love Bill.
All right, so Bill, another local comedian, fucking hilarious. I think one of his clips is probably like one of our most viewed ones.
So the reel that we
King Me
made,
reel?
the reel that we made for his episode, he got 10,000 views.
Yeah.
On our Instagram, which is insane.
Yeah. So
Shout out Bill.
Yeah, he's got a couple shows coming up that you can go check out. It's fucking fantastic comic. Right after Bill, we had Roman DeFro on part 2. Because he decided to come on. He had a couple things that he was releasing, some new music. And also he has a festival that he's planning. I think it might have gotten pushed back a little bit from the release of this. So whenever we get a date on that, obviously we'll let y'all know.
Yeah.
Roman's an awesome rapper. And his vision for his music videos are always really fucking sick.
Yeah, they are. That's really good. Yeah. I want to be at the next one. I already told him.
This looks like we had a good run.
DJ Avi.
Yeah.
Shout out DJ Avi. He's the homie. We were talking about it a little bit before in the episode.
This was the episode we started calling our listeners siblings.
Yeah.
We didn't keep that up.
No, we didn't. No, I'm not. Okay. Avi, he actually was a creator, I believe, of Podcast Fest. And
he set it all up.
Yeah, that's his baby. I hope they ever like do it again. We would definitely want to be back on. But like this was how long ago? Like 2 years ago, right?
It was in 21, I think.
Yeah. So like, and we're still cool with Avi. Love supporting Avi up at, like DJ. He was at the Carne Asada Fest. Shout out Carne Asada Fest, BTW. And love Avi. Shout out Latino Fuego Podcast. Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah. He also does parties and weddings.
Yeah. So hit him up for your weddings, your quinceañeras, whatever it is. Hit him
DJ
up.
Avi, AVII.
Yeah.
Hit him up.
Love
Pretty
him.
sure you can just Google that. And then right after him, we go back into the comedy. This was Kevin Deonda.
Yo, so when we had Kevin on, shout out Kevin.
Shout out.
I had to tell him, I was like, hey, man.
He's a
made
daddy.
Me laugh, bro.
Yeah,
I had to.
Oh, you were like sitting over there.
Yeah, dude.
I had my hand in my face the whole time. His energy is contagious, and I just had to tell him, I was like, hey, like I stood up, I shook his hand. I was like, hey, man, you made me laugh, like hard. I was in the back just holding my laugh the whole time.
Yeah.
He always has something to say
Yeah, dude.
about
Kevin.
something that was just real as
He's
fuck.
so
You know?
yeah,
Yeah,
super
he-
cool dude.
good dude.
He just had a baby. Shout out his baby.
Respect to that brother.
He's going to be celebrating his first Father's Day this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, not the weekend. The weekend that we're recording this.
Congratulations on your first Father's Day. Shout out his wife.
He's been on a bunch of shows and is running quite a few shows now, from my understanding. And he's got an open mic that he's running. He's now running the Comedy Arena open mic, which I was at yesterday. And it gets fucking packed.
It's insane.
Like, I got there at like 6:25 and I ended up being number 26 on the list. I was there for like fucking 4 hours, but it's cool because you get to hang out with a bunch of comedians and just talk shit and like have fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
That's good.
So he runs that, and then I'm pretty sure he's got a show coming out the week that this comes out. I know he's got to have something on. He's got shows like every week.
Shout out Kevin. Follow him, Kevin.
Kevin
Instagram.
Deonda, wonderful comedian. I even said on this episode, like, if I had to bet money on anybody making it, it would be him.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually when I told you. I remember you telling me that. I was like, man, that fool was funny. After he left, actually, and you were like, if anyone else doesn't make it, it's gonna be him. And I started laughing. I was like, yeah, I can see that.
I'm not sure if he still does. I'm pretty sure he does, but he also has a power washing business.
Yeah, he does. So hit him up if you need. Actually,
It's like
I do
Texas.
need to hit him up.
Yeah, Texas power washing or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does that also on the side. You know, got to make money as a
Oh my
starving comedian.
god. This next episode, I was off the hinges.
Which one?
Ricky won't like Adri's posts. Adri is delirious.
Was this the one where you didn't sleep for like
Yeah, she
36
didn't
hours?
sleep, and she was up here just like drunk. That, they didn't wake you up?
We ended the episode with me like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting there right now.
I was here for that one. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a solo pod with just me and Adri.
Ew, you've never called me that before in our lives.
Oh, right.
It's not Adri or is it Adri?
He's called me
Adriana.
Adriana.
Just always her
But
full
you don't
name.
call her Adri?
Never.
No.
Never. I don't know what the
It's
fuck
like
that was about.
It's like Adriana, pendeja, babosa,
Everything that
ingrata.
rhymes. Everything that rhymes except your name.
You stupid bitch.
I used to not be able to say Adriana when I was a kid, so I'd call her ballena.
No, bitch.
For all of our non-Spanish speakers, that translates to whale. I love this thing. I love this so much.
I can't believe you said that.
Clip it.
Oh shit. That's funny as fuck.
Right, right after that solo episode, we had on Sean K, the showman, another local comedian. Not even just a comedian. He fucking
He
does
does it
everything.
all.
He does it all. His episode, I remember hearing his episode and thinking,
Yeah, Carlos gets obviously the inside scoop
yeah, I
right
get,
before.
I get the inside scoop. So when I'm editing,
I love the way you said
there's a lot of moments where I'm like, this guy, damn, this is a guest. You know?
Yeah.
And,
And he'll text me too. Like
yeah,
he'll
I'll always
text.
text. I'm like, hey, this is dope. And I remember, and mind you, all these guys that we're mentioning, it was a good period of like back to back when I was constantly texting, being like,
Yeah.
yo, this episode was funny, or this episode was dope, or hey, when you said this, you know, like,
Yeah.
so
I was actually just going back and editing one of our guests that we're about to get to. And like the whole time I was cracking up. Like the whole fucking
Who was it?
TJ.
Oh, fucking TJ, dude.
The episode was hilarious.
We're getting close to his.
Because I was editing to get clips, 24 clips.
Really?
Yeah,
Of his episode?
of that day, I was like, I'm gonna do like clips
Is
of
TJ the one with the long
from
hair?
the start to beginning.
No,
start to
TJ,
end.
black dude.
oh yeah, I didn't meet him.
No, I don't think you were here.
No.
Well, no,
No,
you weren't here.
I'm confusing him with the dude with the beard, the tall guy,
Oh, Tony?
Tony.
No,
Nah,
that
Tony's
is-
right here.
The T was the one.
Oh, we didn't stay on Sean. We need to finish up Sean.
yeah, yeah, I was
But-
still
but
going
yeah,
on.
Sean was. I remember when I heard his episode, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like when he was just breaking down what he does and everything.
He
And I
does it
remember
all.
Thinking, I was like, whoa,
So he's an MC. He's a DJ. He does karaoke.
He has a residency at the Library Bar in downtown Fort Worth, which I've been to twice, I think, or once. A lot of fun. He runs a podcast one Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday, which is today, he runs an open mic. And I was just looking at his page right now. He's apparently doing raffles now.
That's insane.
At the open mic. Like today was his first time doing like karaoke and raffle. He's a singer. He's got some music out on Spotify that I'm sure we'll probably link to in this episode.
Sean K. the Showman.
Yeah. Sean K. the Showman. And he's also got a very pretty fiance.
Yeah,
with,
she's awesome.
three
She's my
really
best
wonderful
friend,
kids.
actually.
Pilar.
Shout
out Pilar.
Pilar. She's actually her own. She has she works at a radio station.
She's like friends.
Damn.
Everybody's my friend.
She got more friends.
Carlos.
She got more friends.
Where did
than me,
that
yo.
come from?
I saw it and I took it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So yeah, Sean K, fantastic comedian. He's also just recently got signed to an agency.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking to him. He was
Shout
saying
out.
he's like auditioning for stuff and shit. They're like sending him to stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So he's gonna be in some hopefully big stuff soon. This was the amount of times that comedians have come up to me because of this episode is wild.
Wait,
Why?
What episode is this?
This because of the fucking clickbait. The photo is me pretending to cry, my sister consoling me, and then the fucking thing, the title is Ricky's girlfriend left him. This was the week that Yesenia went on vacation.
And everybody was like,
Everybody was like, "Oh my god, Ricky, are you okay? Ricky, is everything all right, dude? Your girlfriend
they
fucking left."
didn't even watch the episode. They just
No, they just saw that. They saw her post. It was the day that she posted it that I went. Like she
funny as
posted it. Then I went to an open mic and like Sean came up to me and he was like, "Dude, I saw." And then I saw the episode and I was like, "Oh, they got me." And like 4 other people have still to this fucking day. Somebody brought it up like last week. And they were just like, the clickbait. Fucking
What do you say?
clickbait.
Yes, she was on vacation.
the first, I think Sean was the first person that came up to me. Sean K do it all, and he came up to me and I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Because I didn't even see it yet. What you had titled
I haven't even
it,
seen the fucking episode.
and he was like, "Oh, the episode that came out," and I was like, "Oh, I had nothing to do with the titles or any of the promo."
Wow.
Yeah, so it was just funny,
Oh my god.
and I was like, "Yeah, it was totally clickbait, dude."
That's insane.
Hey,
Yeah.
what was the first reel that got a lot of views?
Bills.
Bills,
right?
yeah,
Bills.
the King Me one, yeah.
King me.
So after this episode where I essentially just cried because Yesenia was gone longer than I thought she was going to be gone. I thought it was going to be like 4 days max.
I remember.
Turned out to be 7.
I remember that weekend. He was all like, what'd you say? You were like, I'm depressed. He said something, but we were here, and he was, and you hadn't washed the dishes or something, and you were like, yeah, there's no point or some shit.
I think I know what it was.
But we were here, and
Yeah.
I remember
Oh
you saying that. You're like,
He is really like that
you were
though. Like he
you were
gets
like, she's
so
been
upset.
gone.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna wash the dishes. I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah.
There's no point.
I didn't
Shit
sleep
was
that
funny.
first night.
That shit
I
was
slept
funny
like
as fuck.
maybe 2 hours, and then I had a nightmare, so it kept me up the whole night.
Oh my
You were
god.
homesick, bro, and you were.
Yeah,
How long have you been going?
2 hours.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Well, let's get through, I guess, all the rest of our guests. It's so many.
Right quick.
Well, it's like 15 more. Because I
Okay.
think after Tony is when we started our fucking run.
Yeah.
We'll brush through.
All right, Tony Cruz. Tony Cruz run.
Yo, that's who I confused TJ with.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, okay.
Totally-
Well,
Makes
he's
sense
right
because
after.
he's right after.
Tony was a really, really cool. No, it was just a T.
Yeah.
The T. Like in my head, I was like, TJ, you don't have
Yeah.
a beard.
Tony Cruz is the fucking shit. He's a fantastic comedian.
Awesome
He has,
voice. Motherfucker
fantastic
sounds-
Yeah.
voice,
Oh
dude.
my god. Yes, he
Jesus.
does have the most perfect voice.
Yeah, just
And
like that,
it's
except
just,
manly.
I can't
And then
even.
this fucking baritone is
Yeah,
like down
it is
here.
a baritone,
Hey,
and
I'm all
I
about
just get
voices.
swept up off my
Oh,
feet.
dude, how did you feel when you were editing his shit? Did you just, it was like so silky?
All right, so this is another thing, y'all. When I get guests that got good voices, Tony, you were one of them. It's like ear candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
It's
is.
ear candy. So
And Tony has that ear candy.
I'm already at home doing sonics. Like it doesn't. If it's a female, it doesn't matter. If it's they have a good voice, it's pleasing because it's really easy to edit. First of all,
Yeah.
it's usually easier because like their voice is a little more tamed and it's dynamic in the right sense of like it's not as dynamic as someone like me. I have a really dynamic voice where like sometimes it'll sound some certain parts of my voice can be really loud. Like my S's will be hard and shit. But like certain people just have really easy voices that just sit very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
Baritones have that.
Yeah.
Ricky actually has. It's really easy.
Thank
for me.
you. Thank you very much.
You see what I'm saying? Like if you. Yeah.
Why you give him a big head for? God damn it. Okay, Tony is a comic. Did he already move to Austin?
I think he's out there now, man.
Dang, we
He
lost
has-
one of the good ones.
Wait, Tony lives in Austin now?
He moved
I think he moved out to Austin now. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna be going out there more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see him.
We need to take like trips together down there,
Yeah.
like as a crew.
Tony has his own podcast. It's called Tony's Open Mic Podcast. We were guests on it, and our episode just dropped yesterday. Today.
Go back
Even better.
and listen to it again.
Yeah.
Dropped today's what, the 13th? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dropped on the 13th. It dropped while we were setting up today, so we
Yeah.
haven't even listened to it
So
yet. But
it
by the
dropped 2
time this
weeks
comes
ago,
out,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
By the
listen
time
to
this comes out, we've already been listening to it, and I mean, we knew what the fuck we were saying. So
Yeah.
we spilled some tea. If you haven't already gone and watched it,
Go watch.
Spill a little bit of tea.
it's this a little bit of tea.
And we're about to spill a little more in a couple episodes.
Oh shit.
So TJ.
Oh TJ. What is there to say about TJ?
Didn't we already go over TJ?
No.
That was Tony.
But we said TJ before Tony.
We talked about TJ, yes.
A little
Oh,
bit.
my bad,
a little.
my bad. Continue.
Yeah.
His editing. Yeah.
TJ
he's
Evans.
One of a kind.
Fantastic comedian. Funny as hell.
Oh my
Trophy
God.
dad to the stars. He's an up and coming comedian here in the Dallas scene. When I had first seen him go on stage, I was like, I need to get him on the fucking podcast because I knew you were gonna love him. Immediately, I knew you were gonna love him.
I love him. I love him.
Yeah.
I fell in love with him.
He's probably, yeah, dude, this is like 2 hours and 10 minutes. He might be our longest one.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you have. You don't have a longer one?
I think no. I think he might be the longest one.
Which would
'Cause
make
you did one that was like
sense.
2 hours and 40 minutes. You've done a couple that were like
Have
almost
we?
3 hours.
Oh,
Yes,
shit.
you've done a couple that were almost 3 hours.
Let's keep looking.
I think I'm thinking of his because I remember thinking like, oh shit, this is the first time we've gone to 2 hours.
You want to check the camera?
You've done like
Oh shit, actually, yeah.
You've done like 3 or 4 that were like close to 3 hours.
Yeah.
I remember being like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh my God.
I was like, what the fuck?
How long?
2 hours.
Well,
that's longer because it's got behind the scenes and shit.
No.
No, like it's been rolling.
We stopped it.
Oh.
We stopped it a couple times.
Oh, so then it's 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. So TJ, dude, there's just some people that like you instantly fall in love with.
people that you just gel with, y'all are exactly on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
feel you.
And he's definitely that for me. And
Yeah.
it was crazy because we have these
But
guests.
y'all had a good run of having people in general like that.
Yeah, we have these guests that like I've never met before, but by the end of like the episode,
You're
I'm
what are you
like,
about
we're
to do?
friends.
You're like, what are you about to do?
we're besties. Like we're friends. Like I consider you friend. Like
Yeah.
You be sitting there though, like, what are you about to do?
we like TJ so much that we had ordered wings, and since he was here, we ordered extra in case he wanted to take some to go. He stayed like another hour.
yeah,
and a
we
half,
were here
just chilling.
chilling,
We were just eating wings and chilling.
shooting the shit. It was
Fucking awesome.
great day.
Tony runs a bunch of shows, and he's got showcases going on
TJ?
every month, I believe. Or TJ, yeah. What did I say?
Tony.
Oh, sorry. Damn it. Damn it, Carlos. You
Yeah.
got me confused too. It's a tease.
Follow him on
Instagram.
Instagram,
He's on
everywhere.
Facebook.
Yeah, everywhere.
He's constantly booking shows. Fantastic comedian.
Oh my God, that's also a comic, and I didn't put the thumbnail on there.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry,
You know who it is?
Theban.
Theban.
Yeah, Theban, I love you. I'm so sorry. I'll edit it right now.
So right after TJ, we had Theban G, another fantastic comic. All these guys are fucking awesome. All
Yeah,
these guys are
honestly.
great
I
comics.
remember Steven.
Yeah.
He had a real cool voice, right? Like soft, like big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember hearing his voice and being like, I
He-
remember voices.
It's very like boisterous. Like if he like
He also has a podcast.
yeah, but he his voice is almost like if he kind of just sat back in it, it's cool. But then also like as soon as you get him into it, it's like whoa, holy shit, where does this voice come from? He does
Yeah.
that on stage a lot.
Oh really?
Yeah, his energy on stage just like comes out like it not so much like explosive like that.
Because he had,
But then he
has
goes
the-
like it's very big. It's cool. I like it. But yeah, Theban's awesome. We titled this Comedic Engineer because he's a fucking engineer and he kept trying to say he was a degenerate. Motherfucker owns a house.
Bro, he was dropping. He was the one that was saying that he does like he programs like a bunch of shit and
what he does actually is
oil-
what my supervisor used to
oil
do.
rigs and shit.
So I kind of
Was he the one that was like in the oil fields and shit like that?
not the oil field, but he works for a. He does engineering for a construction company where essentially he programs the software that's going into machinery that's not manned.
Yeah.
So he programs
'cause I
what the
remember
machinery is
him
going to do.
saying like, oh, it's automated and this and that.
Exactly.
And this and that. And I remember being like, oh, I know automation.
So he works the code that goes into the shit, and then he was also dropping knowledge on like buying houses and shit because he bought one when he was like 22.
Dope.
Yeah, Steven's awesome. He's got a show coming up at Comedy Arena, I believe, at some point. I think it's probably the weekend that this comes out. Also,
Yo,
I think he's on it. No, he's not on that.
I
Never
remember
mind. Sorry.
his story. He had a story about a guy that would just get high and go to work, right? Something like
Was that him?
Yeah, because he was talking about. I think you were like.
I think it might have been him.
I think it was him. He was talking about that there was some dude. Oh,
Like him.
I remember him talking, or maybe it was.
No, allegedly, and it was not.
Allegedly.
Next.
It wasn't him.
Next, love you, Steven.
Love you, Steven. Shout out Steven. Follow Steven on Instagram, guys.
All right. So the next guest we had after that was Laloon. Laloon actually reached out to us, right? Laloon
Yes,
Chow?
he did. Yeah.
He reached out to us. He is a rapper singer, right?
Yes, rapper. He's an artist all around, and his music is actually pretty dope.
Real spacey.
Real spacey, real like chill vibes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and the guys hit him up on Instagram for real. Like
Yeah.
he,
And be on the lookout for his
nice.
new music that's supposed to be coming out hopefully this year.
yeah,
I don't know if that's true. I might have just put that on him.
yeah. Now you have to do it, Laloon.
Yeah. And he was really cool. He was very like chill, very mellow. We had really good conversation. We talked a lot about his upbringing, how he kind of like moved around a lot. So it was really cool. And then also like his inspiration, like on music and stuff.
Yeah,
It was really cool. A lot of fun. Really
shout
good
out
episode.
Laloon.
Right after him, we had DJ Alexander Chase, who we've actually known for quite some time.
Yes,
and
we have.
who Adriana is now managing.
I manage. This is my artist, and we work together pretty much every day. Talk every day. We're really trying to get him out there, put his stuff out, create.
The guy is a monster. by
It's
the
been
way.
awesome.
Yeah.
The Carlos, I actually got a chance to introduce them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did meet.
Yeah. He's a monster. He's a monster, and that's
Love my boy.
that's all I
Alexander
can
Chase.
say about people with that.
He's very.
That's all I got to say
That's all
about
I
that.
can say about
He's
that.
a G. He's like
Monster.
he's
Y'all
a
go-
genius,
y'all go
guys.
check him out.
Go check him out on Instagram.
No.
Life of Alexander Chase. He's a genius.
DJ, producer,
Bump his shit,
photographer.
guys.
Very diverse. Very
Very
diverse.
diverse, very talented, guys. And I'm not just saying that because I manage him.
No. Music is diverse.
Yeah.
The spectrum of stuff that he does threw me off guard. I was like, oh wow, that's
he's awesome.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
he's dope.
Love him. Follow him, guys.
Oh, another interesting thing about this is when I started growing my mustache. All right, so next person, the next guest that we had, hilarious.
Oh my god.
Another very long episode. This was like 2 hours and fucking like 20
17.
minutes almost.
Guys, like, okay,
Carrie
Carrie
Day.
Day. Carrie Day. To say that I fell in love with him would be an understatement. I think like our souls meshed together that day, and I didn't feel like I was talking to a stranger. I felt like I was talking to just this lifelong friend that
like a
that
hug.
I
It was like a
knew.
hug.
Yes,
Yeah,
like,
that's why our photo is us hugging him.
Oh,
I felt so safe with him. I felt like so.
Yeah. Like you could talk about anything
You
with
could
him.
be so genuine. He was
Yeah.
such a genuine person.
Yeah. Carrie Day is a comedian also. We should put that off the bat. And
Yeah,
he is an
he is a
older comedian.
comic.
He is deep into his 70s, I
He's
believe.
old.
Is he in his 60s or in his 70s? I think late 60s, early 70s,
maybe
somewhere around
like
there.
60s.
His story was
60?
His story was fucking awesome. He was in the Air Force. I'm not going to give too much away, but he was in the Air
No,
Force.
go watch it. It's an ultimate love
He
story.
met his love in the Air Force at the age of like fucking 23.
At the ripe age of 23.
Yeah, and they're still together to this day.
Till this day, guys, they are.
They met like after the Vietnam War, separated for a long time, came back together because of
it's a
the
type
fucking
of
Air Force.
romantic movie that it's like the Notebook.
Somebody's got to write this down.
It's like the Notebook. It's the most beautiful thing that I've ever heard.
When he told us when they declared their love for each other.
Oh my God. I was like, oh my God. I was like,
and then just like
I wanted to cry.
Yeah, and the information that he gave us like about like that time.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And like what they had to go through. Oh, dude.
It was so
wild. And a story about his kid.
I am very privileged and honored to have been able to have heard that from him.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Love you, Carrie.
There's not just because he's like, you know, older, but man, go talk to people that are before your time. You will learn some shit.
Yeah. Love him. Thank you, Carrie, for coming on. Follow him, guys. Carrie Day on Instagram.
Yep.
It was the best.
And everyone that we've mentioned, if you go to their episodes, their Instagrams are in our description. So if we don't put something on now, just go to the episode and you're going to be able to click so that you can find them on Instagram.
Yeah, and all these guys are really good about keeping up with their shows and everything that they've got going on their Instagram. So if you hear something that you like and you end up going to find an episode, go to their Instagram, please go support them on stage.
Yeah, please go support.
That's the most important thing is like these people are comedian. They're trying to make it big. You can be a part of that.
They're talented.
Yeah.
Come on. And
you can find your next favorite comic out here, guys.
And it's a good time.
It's a good time.
At the end of the day,
you're not going to regret ever going.
And also, they're not the only ones on this stage. You're going to end up seeing a lot of them together, a lot of them with other up-and-coming comedians that
we haven't had on yet.
Yeah.
So
a lot of guys and gals that are fucking hysterical.
There's going to be one for you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
There's something for everybody in the Dallas scene.
Definitely.
And that's probably the best thing about it.
Yeah.
All right. Right after that, this guy's not a comedian, but he's funny as shit. This is actually Jasenia's uncle, Michael. And we kind of got in trouble because of this.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh.
Did you not?
I didn't tell him.
All right, cool. Are we going to say it?
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it.
So this is Michael Rojas. Like I said, this is Jasenia's uncle. He's not
Ricky's girlfriend's uncle.
Yeah.
He's family.
So he's not an older uncle. He's actually, I think, 2 weeks younger than Jasenia.
Yeah, so he's younger than us, but he's our uncle Mike.
No, wait, no, he's my age. Never mind. He's like, their birthdays are 2 weeks apart, but he's like a year older. But because, Mexicans, they be doing that shit. But he's really funny. He's really into podcasts. He's really into comedy. We had him on, and he ended up telling that he grew up in Florida predominantly. So he just ended up telling us Florida man shit that he would do with his friends. In the episode, he does something that PETA didn't like, so they ended up emailing us about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Do you remember do you remember like going through and editing it?
I remember talking about the with the pigs and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember. I didn't know that it was her uncle. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her uncle.
I didn't know.
We didn't even tell him, huh?
I didn't know the PETA thing. No, you didn't tell me it was. I mean,
no, Mike. We didn't tell Mike.
Oh yeah. No, wait, no, I told him.
You did? What did he
I sent him a
say?
message and he was like, lol. LOL.
Yeah, guys.
He's funny as shit.
So what PETA? How does that happen? Someone reports to PETA?
Because we put on
We
the
put
title.
PETA, don't watch this podcast. That's kind of rude now that I think about it. We specifically told them not to listen to it.
No way.
Yeah,
emailed us,
bitch,
dude. We'll
we
show you the
warned you.
email.
If you don't want to listen to it, then go away.
We'll show you the
This
email,
is
dude.
worthy of like pulling
It's
it
on my
up on the
freaking-
podcast right now and like having
It's
me
on-
read it off. Or
it's-
something.
It's on her phone.
It's on the thing, yeah.
Okay,
it's on my
we'll
phone.
read it after.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did get in trouble, but it was a good podcast. I don't regret a thing. Next.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. By the way, my respect.
Yeah, shout out to Mike for getting this our first potential cancel.
And it's PETA. Like at the end of the day, like, dude, I'm gonna eat dog. I'm gonna eat. I mean,
Wait,
I'm
what?
gonna eat cow.
Hey,
I'm gonna
yo.
eat cow. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
Yeah, sorry. Love you, but sorry.
Hey, man, if I'm in Thailand, they're
Hashtag
serving-
sorry, not sorry.
I'm not saying I'm just gonna eat dog, but if they mix it up with some cow,
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to another
gonna
culture
ask.
and tell them what they can and cannot do. You fucking pieces of shit.
That's true.
Next.
I'm not gonna ask what's in it. I'm gonna just be like,
y'all,
Yeah.
y'all are growing babies in a tank, so don't talk to me about
Yeah.
What?
Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
I said yeah.
Russell Brand dropped like a whole little thing about like he did a reaction to like this commercial where they were like, hey, now any genetic you want in your baby, you can have it. Like, done in this lab, and it's like all high tech and shit. And he did like Russell Brand did like a reaction to it, and that shit was so funny because he's just like, yeah, of course, who doesn't want their baby made in a fucking power plant? You know,
honestly.
what I mean? Like,
I would like it because I could be a little detached from it, so I can get rid of it in like 3 to 5.
Okay,
connect. If I'm not down with
or
it,
just cop them for parts.
There you go.
My God.
There you go.
They say that the elite are already doing that. So.
Oh yeah, dude.
Next.
Sorry. Next comedian. This other comedian, his name is JoJo. Fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, yeah.
I haven't seen him in a minute. I need to hit him up. But JoJo was a great comedian. It was a great. We had to reschedule, I think, like 2 or 3 times with him just because of like other stuff that went on. Like something came up with him and then something came up with us. But then when we finally got him in here, like fucking, we were like, dude, we need to get you on.
Yeah,
Let's just do it in fucking like 7 o'clock at night.
Tell us when.
On the weekday. Like tell us when you want to come.
Yeah.
And he got here and he did not disappoint. We had a fucking wonderful time with him.
Yeah.
We talked to him. Like there was one thing that I will say with none of these comedians or anybody that we've had on, there hasn't ever been a moment where we're like, so what's going on with you, you know, or how'd you get into comedy? Like,
yeah,
obviously we get into that, but most of it has been a conversation where we're just like how we've been doing today for the past 2.5 hours.
We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah, we're shooting the shit, getting into their backstory. They
give us energy and we give them energy, and it's copacetic. You know what I mean?
You know, funny enough, the first time George came on, like the energy that he gave, I was like, oh shit. And then I realized like, oh yeah, we're on the show. Duh. Yeah, but JoJo's fucking awesome. Oh, his girl called, remember?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah. She called once and then called again. And he was like, I better answer. And we were like, answer on the fucking show. Put her on the mic. And as soon as she answered, she's like, call me when you're done. Bye.
That was awesome. Shout out JoJo. Follow him on Instagram, guys. Again, these accounts.
He runs an open mic. I don't remember where it is, but I know that he runs an open mic. And I haven't made it out there yet, but I really want to.
Yeah, follow him on Instagram. All of their handles are in the description.
I think it's also on Tuesdays, so go have a look.
Next.
This was a big get.
Oh my God, it was.
This was a big one.
This was a big. We caught a fish that day, whatever that means.
Okay.
We caught a fish.
So, for background, on my first show that I ever did, where everybody came out. The first show I did at TK's, Tyler was this next comedian, Tyler Varela, was also on it, and my sister fell in love with him because he's hilarious. I just talked to him yesterday. Still fucking hilarious.
I love him. I fell in love with him.
I asked him about an open mic, like, because he got to the open mic late, and I was like, where were you? And he goes, oh, I was at this other open mic, and he was like, it was awesome. Like, there were so many people there, but it was so quiet. Like while you're on stage, it was so quiet, but like I could tell they were laughing because of their eyes, even though they weren't making any moves with their faces. I could see it in their eyes. I was fucking dying laughing. What? And then he kept doing. He kept opening his eyes really big.
They were like this.
Just, no noise, but the eyes. So it just made me laugh so much. I was like, "What the fuck, Tyler? I haven't seen you in weeks."
I love him. I love him. Dude. So funny. Look, from the time that I saw him perform at Ricky's, or the show that Ricky was at, to like when we got him, and several podcast episodes, I'm on there like, dude, one of my favorites. Love him. Ricky had bet on Kevin and I bet on Taylor, like who would make it next, you know?
Yeah.
And 100% I put my money on Tyler. He was so good. Not to discount anyone else, but Tyler, I just fell in love with him. He was awesome. Big get. Shout out Tyler for coming on the podcast. We love you, dude.
That's Tyler Varela. I'm sure he's doing shows. I'm sure he's getting booked on other places, and he's constantly writing.
There's no way that he's not. He also has an editing. He also does editing. So if you ever need,
he does like videos and shit.
Yeah, he actually sent me his portfolio. It was fucking bomb. I sent it out to my peoples. Hopefully something happened out of that. But like so fucking bomb. Bomb editing skills, bomb portfolio. Follow him on Instagram. And I had to call him out I called him out several times because he didn't have an Instagram, or he didn't have it like
He
active or
activated.
whatever. Yeah,
he had like deleted
So-
it and just didn't use it.
Bill had to connect us through
that's how it was.
Facebook on Instagram. Somehow that connected, but Bill was like, "You want me to reach out? I'll reach out." I said, "Yeah, Bill, tell
God
him."
damn, Bill.
Bill's a G, dude.
Goddamn champion, dude.
Coming through.
Yeah. Next, we got our most watched episode on YouTube, Mr. Rudy. Whatever the fuck his
Ventura.
last name.
That
Ventura.
was the next one after Tyler?
Yep.
Oh, that was. I forgot. It was.
Yeah, it was right after.
You sent me like 4.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we did like a whole run. Yeah.
there was like a whole run.
And now we're backed up again.
Yes.
So we have to. So Carlos.
Yeah, I'm about to.
at least get the one for tomorrow.
Let's wrap it up, guys.
Yeah, hurry up.
Oh fuck. I'm not gonna tell you.
No. Okay,
Rudy
good.
Ventura. Not only is he an up and coming comedian, he's also somebody that my girlfriend Jasenia has known since they were in middle school.
I've known this guy too. Very man, the brilliance in this guy's mind is amazing.
His creativity is
we're looking forward. Y'all are gonna see a lot more from him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's just started doing comedy. He's probably been in it for like 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
2-3 months. And everybody already knows who he is. He just got that personality where he's like, hey, I'm going to make sure you know who the fuck I am.
He's
Yeah.
very charismatic.
Yeah.
Very,
and you're not gonna not have a fun time with him.
There's something about him. Like, he's just one of those people that just vibrates on like another wavelength that like you can't help but want to be around him. His like energy pulls you in. Like, he's a very awesome person.
Shout out to Rudy. We're
Shout
looking
out
forward
Rudy.
to seeing more of him.
Yeah.
We got to say somebody sucks. Sounds like we're just sucking everybody's dick. So
I'm gonna clickbait the episode roasting all our guests that we've had so far.
there
Dude,
you
I'm gonna
go.
do it. Everybody's gonna
why would you
watch.
say it? Oh, well, I guess fucking.
They're already watching it.
Yeah.
Already watching it.
So
We
Rudy's
do
fucking
roast
awesome.
you guys, so keep watching.
Rudy's fucking awesome. Shout out to Rudy. I know he's going to be on some shows within. I wouldn't be surprised if he got on something like next week.
Yeah.
He already knows a bunch
And
of
I'm
people.
sure he's like writing and like
Oh, yeah, dude.
going nuts on it. So
He
Yeah.
is.
Right after Rudy, we had.
follow Rudy on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Follow Rudy on Instagram. Rudy Ventura. Rudy the Trap Chef.
No,
Something like
it's
that.
Rudy V Comedy now.
Rudy V
Yeah,
Comedy.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But he also cooks. He's also a chef
yeah,
and does
he's
meal
also a
prep.
chef.
So
He
hit
also
him up
cooks
for the meal
on
prep.
the meal prep page. He has another prep.
Oh, right, yeah.
Page where he does meal preps and he does services of that nature, catering and stuff like that. So
Hit him up.
I think he has a landscaping business too.
he used to do pupusas and
Yeah.
remember that? Yeah, maybe he'll do that again. That'd be pretty. cool.
Oh,
Hell yeah, dude.
Rudy, can I have some?
I'm gonna mention it to him. Be like,
Yeah,
hey man,
tell him,
Oh, yeah.
please.
you should do pupusas again.
Right after Rudy, we had another comedian, Greasy Gordo. Goddamn.
Oh,
Greasy.
I got to see Greasy Gordo.
Oh yeah, you did meet him. Yeah.
I got to see him. I haven't formally met the brother, but
Dude, he did this roast battle that they just put the video out of.
Yeah, I
He
saw
has
it.
this goddamn, dude. He has this funny ass fucking joke. I messaged him about it, and I don't want to give anything away. Go to his fucking Instagram.
Yeah,
at Greasy
watch
Gordo.
that fucking
Yeah.
shit. Like,
It's such a good ass fucking reel.
love him.
But Greasy Gordo is another local comedian. He's been doing it about 1.5 years, and his story.
His story's wild, guys. Like,
If you wanted, not even so much a tearjerker, but just something like, God damn, this motherfucker is thriving now.
Yeah.
This shit's awesome. Like just a
yeah,
triumph
it's
story.
like he's winning. Like, it's a good
Yeah.
ending at the end. Not that anything's
Absolutely.
ending, but like the way that he just came out on top is
Mm-hmm.
just it's so inspiring. So guys, go head over to wherever and watch that fucking episode.
Yeah.
Love Greasy Gordo.
And make sure to
him.
follow him. He's this is something I didn't fucking mention. I'm an idiot. There's this comedy fest coming on July 27, 28, and 29th. It's being held by.
Have you told me about it?
Yeah, we talked about it with one of the people that we had on recently. It's being put on by Swimming with the Sharks production, which is Noah Shark Roberts' production company. He's another comedian. Really fun dude, real cool guy. He puts on a bunch of open mics and he puts on a bunch of shows and gets a bunch of people on, just a whole bunch of shit. And also he does like music for children. Like he's a musician also, and he, you know that School of Rock thing? He's like a teacher for them.
No way.
Yeah, he puts on,
I
like,
was
shows
gonna
for
put
those
the
kids.
boys in there.
Yeah, he puts on shows. Like he just started. Like he'll do a class, and then the class will do a show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he posts so much like on Facebook, on Instagram. Noah Shark Roberts. Yeah, basically,
Dude, I'm gonna put him
for
in.
real.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He's fucking awesome. He's doing. This is his second comedy festival that he's doing, and Greasy. This is the guy that Greasy was talking about on the whole episode that pushed him to be cleaner and pushed him to basically not alienate a bunch of people. You can see it all in the episode.
Yeah.
But Noah's really cool. He put me on his first, his first festival that he did. But it was basically just because everybody had, like, 5 people had dropped out. And I was like, dude, I know I'm not on it, but if you just give me 5 minutes anywhere, I'll be the last fucking person on the goddamn set. I don't care. I just want to get on stage. And he gave me an opportunity to go on. He didn't see my set, but I think Anthony was there, and I'm pretty sure he said something nice about it because I did pretty good. But he's got another, this is the part 2 of that festival. It's going to be going on July 27, 28, 29. It's going to be 3 venues. DCC on...
Are we going?
Yeah. It's going to be 3 different nights. One's going to be at DCC. One's going to be at Cheap Steaks in Deep Ellum. And then another one's going to be at Deep Ellum Brewing Company. When those dates are, I'm not exactly sure. But once we get a flyer for it, we'll go ahead and post it on all of our socials and everything, so that y'all can go and see a fuck ton of local comedians at a local Dallas comedy festival that's being put on by a local Dallastonian?
Dallastonian.
Dallasite?
Dallastanian?
Dallastanian? I don't even know if he's from Dallas, like born and raised, but he's a Dallas comic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Noah's awesome. Greasy's awesome. They're awesome together. And that festival is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, guys. We'll post it so we can buy tickets, go or whatever.
Yeah, we'll get the link and post it. He's also got another little something going on. I know he's posting a lot about it, but I don't want to do it until it comes out.
Yeah.
It's for sure happening, and he's posting a lot about like the setup and
the process of it, getting it done, making it happen.
Yeah, and hopefully it comes out quick.
Okay, so guys, we're at our last guest so far.
Yeah, this is episode.
We have more.
We got more episodes coming out.
We do have 2 more before this episode, which we'll go ahead and say a snippet of it after. But I'll just go ahead and say the last one that we have now. Guys, we had the honor of having Nora on our podcast. She is an artist and activist, specifically for the Web Chapel community. Now, if you guys don't know of Web Chapel, that is where we all grew up. And it is a community that's pretty much predominantly Latin, Mexican, all kinds of Spanish-speaking people.
Mexican, Honduran, Guatemalan.
And that community is severely underserved and is going through an absorbent amount of like gentrification, which sucks, because that is literally like a hub. Like our family specifically, generations have come here to Web Chapel from Mexico. Like our aunts, my grandma, her father, like these are people that have gone back generations that have had children come and establish lives here, specifically in Web Chapel.
Everything from the Midway side is leaking over onto all the nice houses. They're buying out all the
smaller houses with bigger properties.
A fun fact, a fun trap fact, but I can't. But that house is now like I drove by it the other day and it was a big house and I was like, wait, what? Like it was, you know what I mean? In that neighborhood, by Foster and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's all getting turned out into and the shit.
And it sucks. And these strong working families are getting priced out of their home, and it's really unfortunate.
Like for example, my mother's house, it used to be under like 150K. Now it's close to 300K, and every year they're like, your house is worth more. And she's like, how? Like it's falling apart. The foundation doesn't work. Like our foundation.
It's just literally the land.
I got a guy.
It's constantly happening. Like they're pushing.
Yeah, and it sucks. And Nora, she,
the good things that are going into that area are not from people that originated in that area.
And like you own the house, like
you would hope that it would because of the generations that have built that area.
It took forever for my parents to own the house, and now for them to be like
And it is struggling because
At the end of the day,
taxes go
because
up every
the
year.
Property taxes are going up every year, and the ridiculous amount at that. And it's like, yo, the house isn't even worth that much if you like really like
Yeah.
go through.
Once they go in and they see all the
Because
problems, they'll be like, "Oh, we promised you this." But
every
now,
year, my mom is having to go up there, and she tells me, she's like, "Yeah, I have to go up there," and so I'll go over there with her. And these past 2 years, she's been having to go and be like, "No, it's not worth that. Like, you got to go down."
Yeah.
She said
you fight the
you have to go and
get it reappraised and be like, "Oh
not
shit."
even like, I mean, yeah, you can, but like you just have to go up there and like let it be known, like, hey, it's not worth that, and they'll make it hard for you. They'll be like, oh, this and that, but it's a thing. It really
and it sucks, and that's what's going on.
You never really own anything, and now like they're buying everything out, and it's companies buying them out, and then you look into who owns the companies, and it's like people that don't even live in the U.S. It's like these Chinese
these shell companies that are
companies, and then on the program we buy houses, we buy this and that. They're trying to push you into a renting economy as opposed to an owning economy. They don't want you to own things. Everything's switching to subscription now. They don't want you to own anything. My bad, guys. I get passionate.
No, but
Nora's a big proponent of like, this is my fucking area, and she's a little bit older than this, so she's from a generation where that area was wicked, dude.
If we thought we had problems,
it was worse when our technically
basically like
our older siblings, like my older
our
siblings,
cousins, specifically us.
specifically
anybody
me
growing
as
up
my
in there in
older
like the 80s and 90s and shit.
90s, late
like
90s.
teens.
Yeah.
If you were a teen in the 90s growing up in Chapel, that was where it was just like
It was just a rough area.
rough
At one
area.
point-
Shootings.
In
fucking-
04,
Still
in
shootings,
04,
man.
I think Dallas reached number one for like crime at one point, like in the nation. I think.
like
Yeah,
specifically that area.
All
all around like Brock Bank and
There
that
was
shit.
there was a news article that me and my brother were literally just talking about. It was in 04 or it was around there, but it was specific because that was when he was, in high school.
Yeah, out there trapping and
like,
shit.
He was
Not that I know that he was trapping.
Yeah, for like probably like 2 or 3 years, it was one of the most crime-ridden, like areas in
and
the
now
U.S.
and now the thing about Dallas is it's I mean it's you do feel safe, I guess, but the thing about it is like before when you would go to the outskirts, like you wouldn't see the shit you see now. Like now you go to the outskirts and you're like, damn, it's out here too. You get what I'm saying? Like you go out to the outskirts.
It's crazy.
And
it's just, I mean, and like things grow, cities grow, but it's just,
naturally.
it's crazy to see. Like 2 of the apartment complexes that we had like spent our childhood in have been completely torn down. Our childhood homes, and it's about to be 3. Our childhood homes are no longer there. And
It's fucking Walmart.
all our childhood now with the 3rd building that will be shut down is our homes will be eliminated.
It's gonna be some bullshit ass yoga studio.
It's always
I might go though.
It's always trippy. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's always good when like the shit is renovated, but like at the end of the day, at what cost? Are you gonna drive people out?
It's at the cost of our people specifically, and it sucks.
And one thing that Nora does do is she talks to our our city representative, basically, or our
they have
God damn it, what is it? Our district representative.
Is it like what my brother did when he went up to the thing?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, type thing.
Yeah, she speaks to Omar or something. I can't remember his name. He's the district representative for District 6.
I think it's 7.
I think we're 6.
Okay, 6.
Whatever district that is in the area that we predominantly grew up in, all of us really.
Whitechapel.
She gets with him and she explained to us like it's not
easy.
It's not like, hey, we want to do this. All right, cool, we'll get it done next week. It's like, hey, we want to do this. I'm here for 4 years, so I'm going to try to fucking do one of those steps to get the process going to potentially do that in the next 10 years.
Yeah, and it's insane and it sucks. And
ultimately she was saying that she wanted to create a space for like an art studio or like some type of art collective in the area so that
an outlet. Give kids an outlet because as a
specifically
kid,
there.
that's how I got in trouble.
Yeah,
like, I would go home and literally like I had an outlet, right, which was whatever, but if I didn't have an outlet in school or at the rec or something like that, that would have been a lot different in terms of, because at that age I already knew what I liked, but there was not everything that I liked was like, oh, I got to go out and do it on my own. You know? Like if I like skateboarding, if
you
I like
really
music,
didn't have anybody to look up to in those aspects or at all.
because there's not a community center where it's like, hey, it's summer, the kids aren't in school, we got this day camp going on. You know, like
and because of
and the couple communities we do have, like the rec center, the couple rec centers we do have, they could be improved drastically.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because like a lot of it, and don't get me wrong, they like a lot of these recreation centers and things like that, they do a good job of targeting the smaller kids and this and that, but
nothing
it's
for
when
the teen.
it's once they start getting older, it's like that's kid stuff. I don't want to do that.
Become the problem child. When you become the problem child, you do need that outlet, and everybody becomes a problem child at one point in their life.
Especially living there, like in poverty, with sometimes you don't have both parents in the home. It's just sucks. The kids there are forgotten about.
I used to go home, and I would literally leave. I would get home. I would eat real quick, and I would leave. So by 4 p.m. I'd be out the house.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be back home until 2 a.m.
Isn't that crazy?
Because my outlet was running around.
Yeah.
And in the streets.
In the streets. But Nora had she uses Web Chapel, her home where she grew up, in her art, and it's so beautiful to see. We'll obviously tag if she ever has any shows. She has more.
See, well, you heard it on the fucking.
Yeah, Never, I'm not gonna say it again.
She grew up just like me.
Listen to the episode. We're gonna go ahead and try and cut this off, but before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and say the episodes that have been out since this is live. We had Anthony Ramos on the podcast, which he is super cool. Loved him. Loved his personality. Comedian. Super funny.
He's got his own podcast that I've been a part of, that I've had a really cool episode with.
He's a good host too.
Oh shit, we didn't say Theban's podcast.
I did say yeah.
Theban.
Okay.
I didn't say his name. It's Lemon Pepper Podcast. You can follow them on YouTube. I think it's Spotify.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. But anyway, Anthony also has a podcast. It's Daft Digital. It's really fun. He's a really cool dude. All we did was just sit on the couch and talk shit. It was a lot of fun. Go check out my episode and go check out every other comedian's episode that he's had on since. And he's got a show coming up. I think it's next week. Probably not going to be in time for this episode to come out. But he also hosts an open mic at Reno's in Deep Ellum. Carlos has been to it, and he can attest. Cool. It's fucking awesome.
It was really cool. And Anthony, the way he carries himself on stage and transitions each thing, it felt very professional. Felt very cool.
He was cool.
I like that. I like it when you're able to go to something and you're able to watch something unfold in a very professional manner. That just feels like, oh, okay, cool, I'm somewhere.
Yeah. Guys, make sure to follow his Instagram. Again, all of their handles are already in the description. So if you want to follow them in their episodes, so follow them. We follow them on Instagram, obviously. So if you're ever looking for them, just go also, to our followers.
Yeah, look at the posts that we do for their episodes, and they'll be tagged right on there.
They're collaborators on there, so you'll see them on there.
Along with their future shows and anything they got going on.
Yeah. The last, our 99th episode is actually someone that I was so happy that we had on. I was super inspired by her. She is Sonia Kilo. She actually is a creator of Carne Asada Fest, one of the biggest festivals here in Dallas. It's 3 years deep, and it was awesome. We all went. We had a lot of fun. I can't remember the last time I danced like that before Carne Asada Fest. I had a ball. The food was awesome. Shout out all the vendors there.
Shout out all the vendors.
All the vendors.
All the good ass food that was there.
Dude,
the candies.
Yes.
Off the top, shout out the ones that shout out Pacheco's, shout out Big Rome's, shout out Sarape Treats, shout
Pacheco's
out
Burgers, Big Rome's Barbecue, Sarape Treats, fucking good ass candy, Mexican candies.
Yeah. What is it? The tequila brand? Tequila with Friends, I think?
Tequila with Friends.
All of the artists that performed.
Everyone that has something to do with it. Yeah.
Avi performed on there.
Nate God
performed on there. Shout out Nate God. Like, if we miss you guys, sorry, but like all of the artists were awesome.
A lot of artists. It was like I would turn away, come back, and they'd be like, "Dude, there's been 2 artists that." Like I would go out to eat, come back in, and they were like, "Oh,
and
they
were great."
And I'm like, what?
They were great. Love them. But specifically Sonia, she is a creator. She has a family. She's a wife. She has a full-time job, and she created this big event that is now 3 years deep, and
it's just been getting bigger every year.
It's just been getting bigger every year. thank you to her and her
Shout out to
team.
all the Latinos that showed up.
Yeah. Thank you to her and her
was a
team
great
for
turnout.
asking us to come on to do the taste testing, because we actually got a chance to be a part of the taste testing for their promo for Carne Asada Fest.
So much fun.
It was
good.
so much fun. Awesome food. You were there for that too.
Good food.
We need to go to Pacheco.
Yeah, we do. We need to
That's-
have a Pacheco,
Yeah.
Pacheco night. But yeah, Sonia, she's amazing, guys. Please go follow her. Go watch or listen to her episode if you want to be inspired. If you're a female, if you're a man, like her story in general is just super inspiring. That's the type of person that you want to have, like you want to know. Like she's just going and going and going. It doesn't stop. Nothing stops her. She's just amazing and inspiration. Follow her on Instagram, and her stuff is going to be linked below.
And if you want to support, local food and try new places, new food, go look up the festival. Look up the names that were there. The people that we just mentioned. Some of them have restaurants now. Before they didn't, and it's amazing. Like they have good food, and just supporting, creating, building local community is great and important. And I think we can all be a part of that.
Absolutely.
100%.
And not even just the food. There was a bunch of vendors that were there that unfortunately we just completely missed.
Yeah.
Well, we each
There was a whole-
we were each trying, like we pulled up and
Yeah.
we were each trying to, like, all right, I'm
Get
gonna go
different
support them. Yeah, we all
things.
tried
Yeah.
to go get different things. Like
It's not the food. Dude. Like they had a whole ass mercado that we
Yeah,
did not go
dude.
to. They had a bunch
Sonia
of local.
told us when we were recording, I'm like, are you serious? How did we miss that?
Yeah. It was a whole deep ass hallway.
Yeah, dude.
I remember looking down and I was like, oh, I guess these are just like vendors that are like here.
I
for
thought
the
it
thing
was
or
like the
whatever.
green room. Like that side. I
think
thought it
would've
was
probably
just
thought that too.
for like certain people. But guys, this is going to be the end of our episode because we've been going so long. I don't even want to know like what time it is. Thank
It's
you
late.
for everyone that has been a part of our growth, that has listened to us up until now. We can't wait to keep going. We can't wait to have more guests on. If you want to be a part of the Chismes And Menudo guest list, hit us up, DM us.
Yeah, but you got to be doing something. They'll just be like, oh, I got crazy stories from the 80s. Let me get on. Fuck that shit, dude. Do something.
Come on,
Yeah, do some artists,
Comedians.
musical artists, painter artists, comedians, actors, singers,
Directors.
dancers,
fashion,
editors,
Paleontologists.
engineers, like
anybody. Come on, have a conversation with us. Let us support you. Anyone in the DFW area, come on and we'll have a ball.
That's right, y'all.
And thank you for 100th episodes. Can't wait to keep going. Can't wait
Dancers.
to keep growing.
Woo!
See ya later. Bye.